Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Hello?
Yes, we are live. Noel is already here. Yeah.
Dope. That's so
Shout out
awesome
to
that
Luke
we've
Knowles.
started already, and that I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Fuck. Yes, Josh, I can hear everyone.
Yes, he can hear. He can hear you. No, this is Noel Torres Jr.
I thought it was Luke Knowles the whole time. Oops.
Have your mic. Okay, good. Recording. We're live.
Oh, I'm old. Alright. We're almost at 8,000 downloads, eh?
You know what happens when
You know how many shots that is?
8,000 or 800?
800,000.
I don't understand.
8,000 downloads.
Oh, I thought. Did I say 10,000 when we get to 10,000 downloads?
Yeah, you said when we get to 10,000.
Or did I say 1,000?
Well, I hope you didn't say 1,000. Because we gotta do it 8 times then. You don't turn me down
When
a
we
little bit.
reach 1,000 downloads. This one?
Oh, test. Yeah, that's good.
I didn't touch any of them.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, when we reach 10,000, we'll do a drunk stream
I love
with Noah.
I'll get
being
blackout
drunk.
drunk.
Me too. Same.
I already said it. I get drunk for free.
Noah
Fuck
gets
this.
drunk every time the pause.
Yeah, I'll get drunk for free.
Noah, get drunk with me.
Anytime. I don't know why. I don't know why we're rationing our drunkenness for the people. They should get it whenever they want it,
Called
and
incentive.
they want it now, Josh. They want it now.
Or I don't know. You know what I want to bring up? I was looking at the stats today because I was bored at work.
Okay.
And the episode 9 or 10,
Yeah.
extinguishing the flame or whatever.
Mm.
The one where I'm it's teased that I die.
Yeah.
That has the most downloads out of the season, and I'm real curious if people were hoping I'd die or not.
You know what, man? I don't know. I don't know if you really want to go down this road. You really want to ask them this?
Yeah, I want to know.
You want to know? Okay.
Was it because they feared for me, or is it because they were hoping?
It's
Or is it
definitely the
both?
second one.
Is it
It's
both?
definitely the second one. How can it be both? It can't be both, Josh. You can't simultaneously fear for you and want you to die.
I meant
They either want you to die or they're afraid for you.
there's multiple people. They could want different things.
Yeah, there's multiple people that could want different things. I'm saying the overwhelming amount probably wanted you to die.
Oh my god.
Think about it. Would you love Harry Potter if everyone didn't die at the end?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I didn't love it.
Dumbledore.
Spoilers.
Dumbledore didn't. And it's not spoilers. He didn't die at the end. He died in 6. Come on, man. Get woke.
Spoilers. Yeah, so
Snape was a good guy the whole time. Spoilers. Oh, yeah, because that's what matters in the Wizarding War. Shut up, Rogar. You don't know. You're just a stupid muggle. You don't know.
they're real.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, we'll get to that tonight, my friend, because you guys are
no.
still not through
Oh,
Fine ass
the
bread
deepest,
lady.
darkest part of the night. Oh, Fine Ass Bread Lady is dead. Dead or
What's,
turned into
a
some
hill
twisted
giant
creature.
isn't good enough? Huh?
No, it's not good enough. Something is afoot, my friends, and we are going to find out. Is this a good time to get started? Do we have enough banter?
Any questions from the fans?
One of them when I'm
We'll get to
gonna
that.
show my
Can I not?
tits.
Oh, you think they were talking to you? He's probably talking to Sab.
No.
Rogar just pulls it down.
And he gives the people what they want.
Noel said he was interested in character growth. That's why.
I'm interested
I
in
can
this
I can
character.
get erect for you. Is that the kind of growth you're looking for?
Where's the growth going? Coming from going?
I said get erect. Was that not clear enough, Josh?
I didn't
I
hear
caught
it.
on.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I don't understand sex.
We know.
Clearly, you
How do you all
not.
know? Were you there?
No, Josh, I was not. I just heard about it afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, Noah.
Look, what do you want from me, man? You're great at sex. You got the joke. You're super smart and good looking. Anything else?
What about me?
Moving on.
I don't know. Show your tits and I'll decide. I'm just kidding.
That's why Sab's a favorite. He's not afraid to put it all out there.
Okay. All right. I say we hop right in here. I say we get started.
And one with his worms.
Oh god.
I won't get into it. No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
let's avoid that. I cut out like 10 minutes of laughter. I want everyone to know that from that section alone.
And you wonder why I said, really? We're live streaming the episode right after we could not get it together for 3 hours?
We're
Where
in
we
it.
were just laughing nonstop.
I'm
We're
not
in
high
it. We're
on
in it
drug
now, though.
medicine right now, so
I always am.
better.
Did you say high on cough medicine?
Drug medicine.
Drug medicine? Okay.
Is that?
Well, I'm
that
not
an
high on
oxymoron?
medicine, so let's get started. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dicey D20. My name is Noah, Dungeon Master, and I am joined here by our players. We have Rogar Ragnak.
Oh. First again. What's going on?
How are you feeling today, Rogar?
Pretty good. You know, I had a pretty crazy weekend.
Do you want to tell us about it?
Sure. Saturday we went to this place called the Crazy Horse, and it's like a country bar in Ottawa. And I went there for my buddy's 23rd birthday, and
Oh, now people know we're in Ottawa.
damn it.
Don't hunt us down.
Anyways,
Yeah, because we were at risk of getting mobbed by fans, right?
we were dancing, and next thing you know, we got really drunk, and
Next thing you know, like it just came out of nowhere.
yeah, and
Yeah.
ended up at a girl's place that night, and things went well.
And they hugged, and he left.
Yeah, we
God,
hugged.
you really don't understand sex, do you? No,
Wait,
man,
this is
that's
how you do it,
so. So you spent the night, but she's a country girl. Does that not turn you off almost all the way?
No, I like country music.
All right, moving right along. We've got I'm just kidding.
Country girl.
Look, man, you like what you like. It's up to you. I'm just saying I can't stomach it, you know.
You know.
Stab gun.
Huh?
Oh well, clearly, clearly he can. Okay, well that's a pretty wild weekend story. I'm glad that you shared. I'm gonna expect something equally as outrageous from both Lena and Tyson McKay, but we're gonna start off by introducing Tyson McKay. Tyson, how's it going, my friend?
Good, man. Had a crazy weekend.
You were
Oh no,
there.
wait, tell me all about it.
Went to this place called Crazy Horse. Followed Sab home to the.
Gotten into bed. It was a
Followed
weird
Sab
night.
home.
I hugged him. I dressed up as a girl the whole night.
Oh my god. I knew I was roofied.
Now he says it.
No, but I went to see Slenderman this weekend.
There's a
Sure.
movie, Slenderman.
Yeah, terrible movie.
Oh.
Save your money.
I'm going to see.
Wait for it to come on
tomorrow
Netflix
with Shane.
2 months from now.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that the Slenderman movie would be good, but you know.
There was no scary. There was no plot. Barely any characters. So
That's weird. What are you gonna do, man?
you do get to
Yeah,
see
not
Slenderman
a-
a lot. And I think that
a
takes away
lot.
from the magic.
Yeah, for sure. The whole bit about Slenderman is you never see him, and then when you do, it's like, oh god, fuck,
Yeah.
right?
No, it was
If
none
you
of
show
that.
them all the time, it's like vaginas, you know. When I was 14, they were alluring as shit because I had no idea what they looked like, and then
And
I
then
saw
when
what
you
they
were
looked
15,
like, and I was like,
you were sick
oh,
of them.
that's absolutely sick of them. It took a lot more than vaginas to get me going at that point. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
You know, the downside was there was a 6-month in between period there where roast beef sandwiches would just turn me on. So I don't know what to say about that.
I'm
Okay.
curious.
No, you're not. You're really not curious. Trust me, you're not. Last but certainly least, according to the number of arms per player, we have Lena.
Here's what he said. Last,
Yeah,
but certainly least.
Yeah.
Certainly
You have the least
least
amount of
in
body
number
parts.
of
We got
arms.
the girls squad. We got one-eyed. Fuck, I forgot her name.
Irina.
No, you have.
Irina.
Yeah, there you go. One-eyed Irina and one-armed Lena.
Oh, wow. Wait, is it her
Girl
left
power.
eye? Is it her left eye that's missing?
Yeah, she's indeed missing her left eye.
Twins.
Not at all.
So, Lena, how you feeling after last episode losing an arm? I think the fans are dying to know.
Good.
Are you good? You were pretty upset last week.
I know, I was very upset last week. I'm kind of over losing my arm at this point. I'm just gonna become one of those ninja warriors.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because
What about
upfront
McCain?
combat and being a ninja warrior
Yeah,
went
McCain
so well for you
fucked
last
me
time.
up.
Rest in peace, McCain.
McCain fucked me up. I'm legit upset about that still. I think that's very sad. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get Damek to bring him back to life, but you know,
Damek might be dead.
Chill. Well, I'm gonna go rescue Damek right now. But then again, who am I to rescue?
Gonna
with
say.
one arm, right? Like, and I couldn't rescue the love of my life. So,
Yeah.
if you guys have any recommendations for Lena to fuck, let me know.
Fine ass
Wilman.
bread lady,
Stop.
Arda,
Wilman.
Jack Bauer.
I'm not fucking a woman, Jack Bauer. You're fucked.
Tyson, or what's his name? Fievel, that's his name. He does it all the
I don't
time.
think I could do that with an animal. Grosses me out.
Oh, I meant he fucks Jack Bauer all the time.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so, you know, sad and horny.
Sad and horny.
There was
Okay,
somebody
so
who
that's
commented on the new picture that we posted on Facebook, and they said that my slogan should have just been the word good, and I agree.
Well, I didn't make it. Blame Shane.
No.
I want to break
Shane.
Stop smiling.
What a terrible way to find out on the pod. I want to break up.
For those of you
Okay.
who can't see, I drew a picture of Shane back there. I'm not sure if it shows up in the webcam, but he's not here, so I had to draw him in. You want to ask Shane how he's doing?
I'm not going to do that.
Shane, how you doing?
Jesus.
I like kids.
Oh my god!
That's weird, Shane.
You can't stop thinking about those twins.
Okay, so let's pick up where we left off. But first, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns from our players from last session's episode?
So that goo I'm covered in just poisoned me?
Well, you weren't so much. I mean, it was gases mostly. There was a little bit of goo and flesh. Yeah, it had. You beat the Constitution saving throw, if I remember correctly.
Did I like climb over the wall?
You did not.
No, the Constitution saving throw. Wait, you did not beat the Constitution saving throw?
No, but you said he was poisoned.
Yeah, you're poisoned. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. You're at disadvantage for all of your actions.
Okay.
But you're not quote unquote infected, at least that you know of. I mean, it's been 30 seconds since it
God.
happened, so you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We leveled up though.
yeah.
You leveled up, so your conditions. I mean, by the rules that we play by, your conditions have been removed, so you're no longer poisoned because you leveled up right away, right?
Wow.
That's why I said
Wow.
you're not poisoned, right? When you asked earlier today, you were like, "Am I poisoned?" I was like, "No," and you were like, "Oh, sweet." That's how that works.
But yeah, I have 4th level spells now.
Josh, we're going to get to that in a second. Jesus Christ. This is
second.
question and ask time. Q&A, god damn it.
Where do babies come from?
Space.
Next question.
Moving
Rattle them
on.
off. No, seriously, no questions from anyone? I feel like there should be questions.
Where's Fievel?
Good question.
Fans are asking me.
Moving on.
My subconscious is asking me. My girlfriend keeps asking me, so I'm really worried.
I was just asking about. I was just talking with the guy who plays Fievel the other day. It's an exciting time in the Dicey D20 world. That's all I can say.
You want me to get him?
No, don't get him. No, don't do that right now.
He's in the next room.
No,
You might
I've
be able
got-
to see him in the webcam.
No,
I don't think you can.
don't call him in there.
I have an interjection because I really
Okay.
like this comment from one of the listeners. He says that Lena should get with Peepers.
Keepers
The
is
butler.
my boy.
No.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it.
No, you can't. Peepers is a good dude. He has loyalty. He cares about
Yeah.
name's
the
Peppers.
Bardist name. And fuck
Where
you,
is
Josh.
Peepers?
I said exactly what the comment says. Peppers or something. The Balter.
The Balter.
I love
God,
it.
learn how to spell.
Butler /
people.
badass knight.
Yeah. That guy is my spirit animal. It's like
love him.
live a life that's totally just boring and mayonnaise. Live a mayonnaise life until that one moment where you're needed, then just go full tilt Frank's Red Hot Sauce and
Hey,
just
mayonnaise is
just
pretty sexy.
I
I'm just
know.
kidding.
shut. You don't believe that.
Mayonnaise is there for me when I need it.
It doesn't make it sexy. That makes it dependable. Also, you gotta choose one food to bring to the bedroom to spice things up. You choose mayo.
Well-
You clearly don't watch H3H3. It's a joke.
I clearly don't watch H3H3.
Really? I
And
you'd
if,
be
and if
more
you're not bringing Worcestershire sauce to the bedroom, you're a loser. Okay, that's the sauce I choose.
spicy.
Worcestershire sauce spicy?
God damn it! You're trying to make me spit my drink out.
This is my goal every episode is to make Noah spit.
Yeah, spit take. Okay. No other questions from anyone. We're good to go?
I feel like no one wants me to ask a question, but I don't have one.
No, it's fine. I'm just asking. If
Can
we're
you
good to go,
reattach
we're
an
good to
arm?
go.
No, I'm gonna get a robo arm.
There are no robo arms, so good luck.
Ice
Also,
arm. Make an ice
you-
arm.
Oh, an ice arm. That's a good idea. Just an ice arm. Magic.
yeah, I don't believe there's a spell for that either. I could be wrong, but there
A
are ways to
firearm?
reattach limbs. That sounds like a bad idea.
They'll shoot a fireball at you until it sticks.
Oh my
Nice
god.
to meet you. Oh God. Here, let
How
me just
about-
open that door for you.
How about we
Oh
cut
God.
one of the troll's arms off and put it on there?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Dude, there are ways to reattach limbs, but you know, it's up to the players as to how they want to go about that.
You should get McCain's head attached to your
Stop.
armhole, and then
I
you can
don't
just
want
move his
that.
lips like a puppet.
No.
Plus 100 experience points.
Wow.
Starting off the night strong.
I don't know why I thought that was funny, but it was. Okay, feeling good? Feeling ready to go?
Feeling grand.
Fantastic. Let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we left off with Rogar Ragnak defeating the mutated hill giants at the gate to Ryberry. There was then a terrifying and frightening sound coming from the east wall, screams of terror as well. Okay, and some of the men, including Wolfhelm, had said that we need to get to that east wall. Lena, you also were informed that the east wall was falling, and so your boy Ularic and you had begun to head there. And Tyson McKay, I don't believe you had heard about the east wall in any way, but you've definitely heard the screams and terror.
I was
coming
running
from that.
along the wall, I think, towards Rogar.
You were heading towards Rogar, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm imagining that by the time that Rogar's finished with his hill giant, you're just arriving on the scene as they're being pulled up over the wall. So, Tyson McKay, we'll start off with you. You are running along the wall, okay? There are arrows flying overhead, okay? Soldiers shooting at these myconid humanoids, these disgusting, plagued creatures. When you reach the main gate on the western the eastern wall of Ryberry, I should say. As you arrive there, Rogar and Wolfhelm are in the process of being pulled up with rope over top of the gate. So they kind of sprawl out on that top section, and they're kind of breathing heavy as they just took down that hill giant, but you didn't really see any of that. So Vel said he was going to stay on that southern wall, so it's just you, and you arrive to see Rogar kind of huffing and puffing. What would you like to do?
What's up, Rogar?
Why are you so tired?
I just ran. I haven't run in a long time.
Okay, so there's the full-on battle going on here, and you guys are talking about cardio. I like it. What?
I tell Tyson I just killed a hill giant.
That's cool. I also killed a big thing.
Yeah. Nice.
Are you guys having tea right now? What kind of fucking conversation
We're
is this?
taking
We're in the
these
middle of
guys
war.
down.
Is there tea?
No, Tyson, there's not tea.
Did you guys hear that scream?
It's me. It's me.
I think it was Lena. I think she got her arm ripped off.
I tell him, yeah, I'm not sure what it would be. There's nothing that could be bigger than a hill giant, can there?
No,
double
the
giant.
screams you heard were clearly people, like humans,
Oh.
screaming in terror.
Oh, I thought we heard a shriek. Oh.
Yeah, I thought
You also you heard a shriek, but then the screams that you heard are like people. The shriek that you heard was some sort of animal.
Sorry, let me go back. Rogar, did you hear that shriek?
There you go.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Was
It's
it
important to
you?
be specific, you know.
It wasn't me.
Damn it.
But whatever it was, we should head into that direction.
Are we gonna just leave the front gate unguarded?
I'm sure there's people that are gonna stay, right?
So Captain Raynaud looks to you, and Wolfhelm, he says, "Go, get out of here. We'll cover the gate."
Okay, let's go.
As you hear more volleys of arrows and spears and javelins whiz past, the guys on the gate just furiously hammering away at the forces attacking Ryberry.
All right, let's
go.
get down off the. We probably want to get off the wall and then run straight there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the fastest way from east to west would be a straight line.
We could
not
run
running
around.
all the way do a full circuit.
Hi, Vel. Bye, Vel.
Yeah, so
we'll
you
do
guys
that.
you guys are running down the steps, or are you leaping down heroically like superhero landing?
I'm gonna run down the steps.
How
Don't
far
grab
is
your
the jump?
dice. You don't need your dice for that.
How far is the jump?
15 feet.
Yeah, I'm running down
That's
the
too
stairs.
far, yeah. I'll run to 10 feet down the stairs and jump the last 5.
Nice. Roll me an acrobatics check. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but that would be
Thank
fun.
you.
No, I'll give you that 5 feet.
That was a far jump.
And you guys begin to run through the city. Okay.
Wolfhelm coming with
the
us?
streets. Wolfhelm is coming with you.
Okay.
Okay, so he is running alongside you guys. The streets of Ryberry are chaotic. There isn't much in terms of destruction near the center of the city. However, it just looks like perhaps some looting amongst the citizens themselves, as well as just general panic and fear. People who are displaced, obviously, because a lot of people were chased inside the city when the Iron Wolves attacked. They haven't had a chance to leave. They don't really have housing. So there's just a lot of fear and panic as you guys push through crowds of people.
Do I see
Who are-
anyone stealing something? Can I perception check?
Yeah, so, well, you don't have to perception check. As you're running along, you see it looks like a blacksmith's shop of sorts. And it has glass panes in the windows. And you see a man with a bar stool, and he's throwing it at the glass, and it smashes, right? And then so that the pane's shattering. And he's kind of in the midst of sticking his arms in and grabbing what looks to be just blacksmith's tools. Nothing really super valuable, but nonetheless.
What are you doing?
Shield bash him.
Do you have a shield?
I do.
No, I thought that was Tyson who said shield bash.
I was telling Rogar to shield bash him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can tell Rogar to shield bash him. I don't know if Rogar's going to do it. I mean, he's a good dude.
Well, he's
That's a-
stealing.
That's a
This guy's
no.
stealing. That's fair. Yeah, I guess so. some would say there are better things to spend your time on, but nonetheless, I mean, you guys do what you want to do.
Oh, fine. I guess we're just gonna help the guy. I pick up a rock and I give it to the guy and say, "Use this next time. It works better." And then I keep running.
Hey, look, man, if you guys want to interrupt the guy who's stealing, I mean, look, Rogar's already a hero of the city, so anything he does at this point is cream. But Tyson, you're hated, so I don't know. Like, it's up to you.
Hated? What the fuck am I hated?
Dude, like, let's go. I mean, we should do. You know what? This is a good question to ask our listeners. Why is Tyson hated? I want to see a compilation of every single shitty thing you've done on this pod.
To the people of Ryberry, though?
Just put one thing after another.
I've done shitty
Tyson,
things, not to Ryberry.
Tyson, put on pants. Tyson, stay in your cell. Tyson, you said you wouldn't do anything bad. Tyson, Tyson, Tyson. It's just over and over. And you're wondering why these people don't trust you?
There's a difference for being difficult for you and difficult for the people of Ryberry.
It's all the
Is
same
there a
person.
difference? Is there a difference? Because I'm the people of Ryberry, Josh. I
Oh my
am.
god.
No, I'm joking. You haven't done much to the people of Ryberry, I guess. All things considered.
I did try standing up against the Iron Wolves. I keep bringing this up, and no one seems to believe I did.
You were the only one who was really like actively trying to start shit with them when it started out. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else was just like, okay, let's bide our time. Let's figure out a way to handle this in the most effective way. And you were just like, fuck that. I'm
And
going
in
to
a
deal with it
way-
right now.
In a way, I helped break Rogar out.
Yes, in a way you did. As
So-
in, like, the things that you did, though not helpful, still came around.
The
and
guy,
he did break out.
the guy who helped the hero of the city is then better than the hero of the city, correct?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like the Harvey Dent Batman thing. It's like, yeah, Harvey Dent was the bad guy, but we really needed him to be the face of the city that was good, even though it was Batman who was good and Harvey Dent who was evil. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of like Batman. You know, you did the good thing.
I'll
but
take that.
but
Let's move on.
Okay, are you
I'll
doing
ignore the
anything to
guys.
this guy who's robbing this blacksmith shop or what?
I'll ignore it.
I throw a rock at him.
Do you have a rock?
I look for a rock.
You find a rock.
Jesus. Alright, I throw it
I'm gonna
at
do
him
roll for this.
as I'm running.
Okay, so you throw it at him. Roll me a dexterity. An attack roll, but with dexterity.
That's a 21.
Was that a nat 20 or?
No, it was a 19 plus 2.
Nice. So you clock him in the head, and he falls over. And I'm gonna roll to see because I'm kind of interested with a 21. That's kind of good. Oh god, that's a nat 1. He
You
dies.
exploded his head.
He's dead.
He's dead?
No, I'm just kidding. He's with a nat
How
1,
much
he's certainly
experience
knocked
is that?
out.
I'm
though.
Batman.
Was that college humor video? Yeah, I killed them, and they go to sleep. it's like, they're not asleep, they're dead. No, the criminals, when they fight me, they get super
Oh
tired.
my god.
I
They
keep
fall
running.
asleep.
He's actually dead.
Nah, man, he's not dead. He's just passed out, so you knocked him out. So
Okay.
But you
congratulations.
think he's
Thank
dead.
God.
You think he's dead.
Oh God, that could have gone so much worse.
It would have been awesome. And then you get experience for that, you level up again.
Do I get experience for stopping a crime?
Yeah, sure. You get 110 experience points for
Wow.
stopping a crime.
That's a strange number. 110.
I don't
That's
have
the effort I
stats
put
for how
in.
many XP to get. You know what? Tonight's the night of weird XP numbers. Get ready for it.
Yay.
I'm so excited. All right, I keep running.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue to head to the western wall. We have Ularic and Lena, who you guys actually encounter on as they're coming out of a side street. Ularic is supporting Lena, so he's got her one good arm over his shoulder, you know, kind of holding her up because she's had some loss of blood. She's not feeling too good. He looks to you guys as you're running down this main corridor, this main street of Ryberry, and you guys kind of, I guess, halt and stop for a moment.
I go to support her left side, and I go, oh.
I
Plus
just start
19
crying.
experience points.
Oh no, I'm uglier than Tyson.
Wow.
Having one arm makes you ugly. It makes you less of a person, but it doesn't make you ugly.
Oh my god.
just by the standards of being a human. Well, like what is a human being? 2 arms, 2 legs. If you got one less of those,
Some
you're
people would say a
technically
soul.
less. Yeah, some people would, but certainly not on this podcast.
Well, I asked Lena what happened to her arm.
If you haven't noticed, we're in battle.
Yeah.
These
I
guys
kinda
love
got in a
slow
fight.
conversations. They're just like, while we're here, let's just sit down and chat.
Oh my god.
Guys,
So-
there's something happening over there. We gotta go.
I look at Ularic. We're fucking dead if this is our team.
I just asked how you missed your arm.
Oh, I missed it. I missed putting that on this morning. I should sleep
That-
with that on
that
more
will be a-
often.
Did you do something with your hair?
Okay, so Wolfhelm looks to Ularic and he says, "You heard it too." And Ularic nods kind of grimly. And Wolfhelm looks to you, Lena, and says, "Are you okay to continue on? You can find refuge in the inner parts of the city."
I would like to heal briefly, but I can continue.
Okay, so Wolfhelm says, and as he kind of looks at Ularic, he says, "I'll just need a minute." And he kind of gets on one knee. He's got this utility belt style pouch, and on the right-hand side, his right-hand side of this pouch, there are these 3 separate little button snap openings that he can open, and there's 3 health potions in there. He grabs all 3, to be honest. He grabs all 3 of them, because it looks like you're not doing so hot, Lena, for whatever reason.
Because she's an
And-
ace princess. I get it.
Yep, Tyson, you got it, man. Plus
I'm
27 experience points.
I am the greatest detective.
I am the world's greatest detective. Okay, so, Lena, he pulls out 3 potions of superior healing. Okay, he hands
Wow.
one to you first, and he's got the other 2 on standby, so you can roll me 8 d4s plus 8.
Holy.
Can I pass me some
There's 1. There's a 4. Take it.
I'm taking that 4, that counts. That one doesn't count. That's
There's
4.
there's a black one there.
Oh, thanks. Oh my god, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many did you said 8?
Correct.
14, 18, 19, 20,
22,
21, 22,
26.
26.
Plus 8.
Oh my
32.
God.
There you go.
Nice. So he looks at you, his eyebrows kind of raised, waiting for you to let him know whether you need more.
More.
Yes.
Like, if you're full...
No, I have like half health, so I'll take another one. I'm a
Okay,
little
so he
more
passes.
than half.
So he passes you another one as you kind of just throw that bottle down,
Another.
and he tosses you another. Yeah, like the Thor version of another. And he
9.
passes you the next one.
12 or
12.
13. 13.
13.
I'm bad at math.
You. 13. Oh my god. Plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 3.
I'm gonna say you're at full health.
13. Plus 8 is 21. 25, 26, 27, 28.
Yeah,
Plus
you're definitely.
8.
you're
Yeah,
full
so I'm
health.
at full health. Can I get extra bonus health?
You wish,
Yeah.
Potter.
Yeah. Well, wait. Extra bonus health for what?
Because I'm
Like, she
healthy.
wants to know if you can go over max HP.
You can go over max HP. You just have temporary hit points that last an hour.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, cool. So that's 32 plus 26, I said?
28.
28 plus 8?
Yes. No.
No, don't correct anybody.
I'll go back and do the math.
No! Okay, so that's...
You know what? This is a good time to talk about level ups because we actually never did that.
Oh my god, I brought it up.
I know, and I shut you down, and that was wrong of me. Tyson McKay, let us know about your level up, man. Please. I want to know. I'm interested.
Well, I get level 4 spells now, but I have to wait
Nice.
until long rest to remake my spell list for my mana rolls.
Rough.
I get 4 cantrips now, and I rolled a 8 on my hit dice. So
Hit points, yeah.
I'm at 66 now.
Sweet.
Like 8 plus
That's
my
super.
constitution, so
And you're level 6
Yeah.
or 7?
7. And Noah, you and I talked about giving me an extra planeswalking ability.
We had talked about that, yes. No, I did a review that text that you sent, and I will agree to it.
Okay.
Are we letting the
Are we
audience
telling
discover
people,
it?
or are we just...
You
Does
can tell
Tyson know
people
he
if
has
you
this ability?
can tell people if you want, but I mean it's up to you.
I don't know if Tyson knows he has this ability, but...
Let's let it be a surprise. I think that's funner.
Okay. Funner. So much more
And
funner.
and Rogar Ragnak, you leveled up as well, my friend.
Yeah. So I learned another level 1 spell and 2 level 2 spells. And
Nice.
I got another 12 light points.
Wow. I meant that legitimately.
And it gets cooler. So the spells I learned are
Gets
blindness and deafness, and then prayer of healing.
So he's blind and deaf now.
He's
Cool.
gonna be like, Irina, I will solve your problems. Make your other eye blind too.
And then, like starting at 7th level, I get this cool spell I use light points with. It's called the Shooting Star.
That's so cute.
As a bonus action,
Dude, are you Katy Perry, man?
I wish.
Do you ever feel like a trash bag?
So
All the
as
time.
a bonus action, I can make a ranged spell attack, sending out a force missile to a creature I can see within 60 feet. Does radiant damage. This ability takes 1 life point, and I get Stellar Bolt. It's a range attack, 100 feet. A beam of sunlight energy, 5 feet wide, emanates from your hand and launches towards a creature.
You want me to read all my spells out too?
That's pretty much it. So I'm kind of like Goku from Dragon Ball Z.
I have a follow-up question. Can
Okay.
we wish when you use that spell? Can we make a wish?
Shooting Star. Yeah, you can make a wish
Cool.
when I cast.
And then do we get to roll to see if that wish comes true?
No, it's not a wish spell, you retard.
But I didn't tell anyone.
Is the spell called Shooting Star and a free wish, or is it called Shooting Star?
It's called Have Some Fun.
It's called This Is an Imagination Game.
-4 experience points.
So Lena?
Yeah, good job, Tyson. Take away 4 experience.
Oh, that was to both of you.
Ah, damn it.
To both of us.
I'll take it off my weird 19.
And I'm at
told you guys.
63 HP now.
Sick, dude. Okay, so Lena, after healing up, your wound is still tender, still sore, but you kind of feel like you got that ghost arm thing going on, where you kind of feel like your arm is partially still there,
That's horrible.
and
Where is it?
the wound is kind of sealed over, so you are at full health, and technically good to go.
Want me to cauterize that?
No, I don't want you to touch me at all.
I'm a doctor, trust me.
You're not.
You're right
Roll
on that,
me a
man.
fucking deception check.
Okay.
I don't need to. I don't believe him.
That's a 5. Well, plus
Yeah,
whatever.
he's not very convincing in saying
Did
he's
you
a
get-
doctor.
Your
Ularic
doctor's
looks
degree.
to the
U of T.
Where'd you study medicine? U of T or Harvard? It's not one of my favorite bits that we do is that bit right there. Okay. Ularic looks to the group and says, "We need to get to the western wall. Let's move."
Onward.
Okay.
Yes,
out.
sir. Yes, sir.
God,
can
you guys
feel-
are so not excited about this.
I can feel the lawfulness flowing through me.
I point with my left arm to the west. Let's go.
I point with my
Wait.
right arm.
Dude. I was about to correct you and say, dude, you lost your left
I know,
arm,
but you said I had phantom
now
arm
I
syndrome.
realize. You do have phantom arm syndrome.
I go where?
And no, Tyson McKay, it hasn't been long enough for you to be lawful yet, man. I think you know that. I think you know that we've talked about this.
I know, I just hate it so much that I'm going to play it up until I actually am lawful.
Dude, why? I don't know. The thing
I
is,
want it
once
to
you
be
become lawful,
evil.
you're not going to hate it, I don't think.
You mean I won't throw
rope?
rocks at homeless people?
That guy wasn't homeless. He was a thief. You technically did a lawful thing there.
Oh my god, does the town love me now?
No, everyone's not really focusing on you throwing a rock at one dude. They're kind of focusing on the fact that the town's being attacked.
How many rocks do I have to throw?
1 sec, let me roll. 16. You need to throw 16 rocks.
He picks up like a handful of sand and it's like, do these count?
Throw him at Lena's arm.
Oh.
You feel that? Huh?
Oh, gross.
Let's
You
go
guys
to the
are
wall.
so fucking weird. Okay, so the team running towards the western wall. As you arrive at the western wall, it's there's actually a very large portion of the stones of the wall that have been broken, smashed, and actually are like the wall has completely been torn down in a section that's almost 15 feet wide. You know, it's kind of a V, right? So more of the top is broken than the bottom, and in that hole, in that fissure in the wall, lies the body of a troll of sorts. So its body's been draped over the bit of the wall that's been destroyed. It's face down. There's a pool of blood underneath it, and it and it is certainly dead. Okay, but that is hardly what your eyes are drawn to, as out in the open field, streaks of hypnotic magic and flashes of light illuminate an otherwise dark and bloody battlefield. Bodies are strewn across the field, but they're illuminated by these strobes of concussive light, like bright flashes of white, green, and red light. Damek stands alone in the middle of the field. There are men somewhat still on the wall, but they seem to be cradling bodies of dead men, as well as trying to reload crossbows and fire. But it looks like the western wall has taken one of the greatest hits, certainly. The druid, Lena, you recognize in these strobes of light from the woods, wields green arcs of magic, and she's tossing them at iron wolves and knights that have kind of flooded out from that hole in the gate, trying to stop the smaller foot soldiers from getting inside. And she's laughing maniacally as like she throws these green orbs of light towards them, and they fall and die. When suddenly a blinding light and thunderous sound like that of a thunderstorm emits from around her, and all of you guys are going to roll me D20s. It's just a very bright light in the middle of the darkness.
Expo point.
Sure, Tyson.
17.
Nice. So Rogar, you're blinded for what seems like a couple seconds, and then you can open your eyes and you once again can see quite normally.
What are we rolling? Constitution?
That's a
Correct.
10 for me.
So Tyson, you're blinded for almost a minute. So you were just it's like staring at an eclipse for you.
I got a 21.
Nice. Elena, you squint at this huge blast of light and sound, but you are not blinded.
What's going
Okay.
on? I can't see.
As the heroes who can see, as your eyes adjust back and focus on her location, all that can be seen is a faint glow, like a candle's light, being sucked from her body as Damek is looming over her. And it's as if she's caught, or they are caught, I should say, like dance partners frozen in time. He's holding her in like that dip where the man like dips the woman back, and he's gripping her tightly. His hood is illuminating with that warm glow of this druid's magic, life force, arcana, whatever you want to call it. That light is sucked from her, that Damek has stolen, and her body, he drops to the ground. And Damek turns back, his back facing you guys, towards this large group of swarming myconids, these fungus-like creatures, as well as the rotting undead corpses. He outstretches his arms wide, and from the dozens upon dozens of dead, both good and evil, both our heroes and our villains, bones are ripped from their corpses like their femurs, like their skulls, and like their teeth. And so the femurs and the longer bones become spears and javelins, the skulls like cannonballs, and teeth like shrapnel just bombard the waves of these creatures coming towards the wall as he rips the bodies from a part of the dead and uses it against them. So these enemy forces are shredded, like shrapnel moving through them. They are just decimated by these bone attacks, these lances, these corpse lances, if you will. And within a matter of seconds, their forces are destroyed. And there's silence.
We did it.
He keeps his arms outstretched, but turns towards the group of defenders. He's got this glow about his face, unlike that which you've seen before. And he's kind of got this glowing specter of what looks to be kind of like a mummified skull beneath his hood. His eyes are burning with this hellish glow, and you can almost see a smile painted on his face under that dark hood.
We didn't do it.
Okay,
I see yet?
so
him now.
Can I see yet?
Is that what we're doing? We're fighting Damek now?
So Tyson McKay, you can see, and all you can see now is just dozens upon dozens,
Where'd the
numbering
army
almost
go?
to hundreds of dead, and Damek smiling at you guys.
Hi, Damek.
Okay, Damek kind of lowers down as he kind of raised in height as he was using this corpse lance ability. He has spun around. He kind of resumes his normal position. He's walking on the ground again. His arms fall at his sides, and he begins to slowly drift towards you guys.
Oh god, oh god.
Why doesn't he touch the floor?
What is Ularic doing?
Ularic walks out to meet him, and he looks at all the dead and exchanges a few words. He's about 15. He's walked out onto the field of battle past the dead troll, and Ularic is speaking with him in a hushed tone. So Damek's cloaked hood kind of turns towards him, and then Damek approaches you, Lena. So he kind of hovers and floats over the corpse of the troll.
I had
And
mine
he says, I need to see you privately.
I'll go.
He doesn't answer you privately, and he just continues to float on towards a house which near the wall has been half destroyed. He just kind of walks through the rubble and floats up the stairs to the second story of this house.
I'm going.
Lena, I don't trust
Okay,
that guy.
so you follow him up those stairs. Okay, so Lena, as you enter the second story of this house, Damek is hovering next to a table. He outstretches his hand, palm facing up, and he says, "Sit."
Okay, I sit.
Okay. So he, using these clawed kind of mummified hands, he pulls your. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Leather. Ice armor,
Right, so-
I guess, because it's like I'm wearing. I like just make my ice armor when I need it.
Oh, but you are wearing regular armor as well, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be leather.
Okay. So he pulls away what remains of your shoulder pad of your armor, and he peers at your wound, which is sealed over. He looks to you, and he says, "This may hurt a little."
Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay. So he begins to mutter in a language which you don't understand, and waves of warmth seem to hit the spot on your arm, the stump, I should say, and small bits of faint glowing fairy light seem to emanate from his hand as he kind of pulses his hand back and forth towards you. Lena, can you roll me a d6, please?
A D6. What a weird thing to roll. A 5.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Alright. I love that. Uh-oh.
It's so hard to tell when it's a weird dice like this. It's like, do I aim low or high or middle or no rolling?
No, it's not that. It's purely
The type of
it's
armor I'm getting.
purely randomized. It's not like one's better than the other, quote unquote.
One's
Okay.
Except I'm
So-
gonna get a firearm now, and it's
You get a dwarf arm.
I'm gonna get a baby arm, a Tyrannosaurus Rex arm.
Rawr.
It's gonna be like a Deadpool thing where it's just baby legs.
Yeah.
God, would you cover up, please? He just slowly crosses the legs. Okay, Lena. So a piercing pain shoots from your arm as this material begins to kind of emerge from your body itself. You can feel it in your shoulder, as well as kind of reaching down into your chest. You can feel the roots of stone kind of push down towards your chest and then push out of your arm as this stone arm begins to form. It is the color of slate, so it's kind of a darkish gray color, and your arm is kind of one section for your upper shoulder down to your elbow. There is a ball of almost purely spherical stone, which then seems to magically connect to your forearm, and then your hand itself is kind of a palm-sized, more flat-ish stone for your palm, and then these small digits of stone, which again have these small spherical balls as the joints, and they hardly grind together at all as you flex them and move them. This whole process takes about 2.5 minutes. And when he is done, you are given
Cut my arm
complete
off.
control
Are my
of
hand jobs
a...
making you rock solid yet?
plus 78 experience points.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, boy.
I don't know if Willman will still like you. Animator.
Shut up about woman. You can go suck a dick.
I love that. I don't need no man. I got a stone arm now. She was
was
so worried
begging
about
you.
the man thing
You
before.
ever got a stone J before?
So, Lena, you have gained a stone arm. Okay?
How much damage does it do when I
is-
punch?
Yeah, good question, Lena.
One.
We're gonna get to all of that. First of all, your strength scores have been increased by 1.
Okay.
Second of all, you have no feeling, either
Classic
pleasurable
Lena.
or not, in your left arm.
And in her heart.
You have advantage on grapple checks
Cool.
when used against creatures that are medium size or smaller.
That's like humans, right?
Yeah, and your unarmed strikes do 1d6 damage with your left arm.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Pretty good for a wizard,
I'd also
like a caster.
like to hand you 500 experience points.
Guess you just
For-
leveled up.
And you.
And you. Good job, Rogar. Plus 82 experience points for you.
I think I did.
Wow.
If you did indeed level up, congratulations, Lena. Super cool stuff.
And if you didn't, we're all disappointed.
We're all disappointed.
Hmm.
Sorry, you were going to say how much? How much is what level
How
up?
much is
It's-
level 7?
Is that not 14?
No, it's 20 something.
Oh, is
Is
it?
it? Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at. I'm interested to know. I always,
I'm
you know
not
what?
close to leveling up, but then
Why'd you lie to us?
14 is 600.
Yeah, fuck you, Lena.
What is level 7?
23.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at like 25 right now.
Cool.
Oh shit! I thought I was close to leveling up last game. I was like, oh.
You know what? I'd like a formal apology.
Yeah,
You got me
to our
excited for
fans.
nothing.
Oh no, I've got way more than 1400 because I didn't add all my experience from last game. So
Oh.
I'm at 14,850
I don't buy it.
plus 29 plus 29 plus. Cause look, I got 20,000 and then 22,000.
Yeah, you're still.
Because-
So you're close.
Because those were totals, but where did I get that extra 2,000?
Just made it up. It's fine.
I need better notes.
Anyway,
Anyways,
we'll
I'll
do
figure
the
that out,
the
yeah.
math after.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter because you won't. Have
Can
it.
I ask what were my other options? I'm happy
Yes.
with stone. I'm very happy with stone, but
Yeah. So you had an option between an arm made of earth, one made of iron, one made of steel, one made of wood, like living plant,
that's cool though. Living plant.
and you also had one that was flesh. Yeah.
Aw.
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
you could have
5,
been
6,
normal.
yeah.
That was probably 6.
You know what though? I'm happy I didn't get earth because then Tyson would have just done mold earth all the time and he would have made my my arm into
Can
a
I do
frickin'
stones? Hang on.
It better not be.
Yeah, mold earth has to be on inanimate earth, man. It wouldn't work on like a Terran, which is like an earth elemental.
Crushing my dreams
right?
this episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a game of imagination and fun. There are no rules. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. You don't know. No, it's the same thing as like shape water, control water. It doesn't work on a water elemental, right? It has to be on inanimate things.
Fine.
Yeah. So I
Continue
wasn't
on.
really concerned about what Tyson would do with your arm, to be honest.
Well,
I was
still
concerned with
should
what
be.
you do with your arm to Tyson. Bada bing.
Oh god.
Okay, so no, I did reach level 7 because I have 23,000.
Congratulations. Never mind. You don't have to apologize to anyone. You were correct. The slow clap.
It's
Good
an
on
emotional
you.
roller coaster.
Do
you
you
wanna
want me to
roll
tell
that?
everyone what I got? Because I already planned my level up because I knew I was close to leveling up.
That's so smart, and because of that, I'm going to give you 200 experience points.
Oh, yes. Sorry for swearing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what'd you get for leveling up?
I get a level 4 spell now, and for my level 4 spell, I chose Ice Storm, and that is a 40-foot cylinder and a 20-foot radius. Everybody has to make a dex save, or they get if they fail, they take half damage. No, if they fail, they take 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold damage, and then if they succeed, they take half. And then the area becomes difficult terrain. I also got an additional spell slot for 3rd level, and I took counter spell for that.
That's cool. That's awesome stuff, man.
Okay, Noah doesn't think I'm that cool, but that's okay.
No, that is super sweet. I was indeed listening, so I totally heard everything that you said. I am with you. It sounds
I
cool.
should mention, because I'm a cryomancer, I also got the spell Ice Blade as a 2nd level spell, so I can cast it as many times as my charisma modifier. So I can basically cast an ice weapon, an ice scimitar shape thing, and then it's a spell melee attack, so I can still take 2 attacks per turn when I use it, and that deals 3d6 cold damage, and it's a bonus action to summon it.
That is super sweet.
Nice.
That's exciting for me too, because I don't have any close range stuff.
Cool.
Nothing.
Drawing boobs.
No. What are you drawing, Josh?
Hang on, I'm not done yet.
Aw, he's drawing my arm.
No. I'm drawing Tyson as Batman.
Oh god.
Let's see now.
I can't see. Oh, is that Tyson's face?
It's Tyson as Batman.
Oh, it's Tyson as Batman.
Glasses.
Good
Show the
stuff,
camera.
man.
I can show that one. Anyway, moving on.
Alright,
Oh.
Anyways, I just wanted to let everybody know that I planned.
rock hard.
Can we not read spells out? Is that a thing when we level up? Because I get like 8 spells and I don't want to read them all.
You don't have to, but I like doing it because I think it's cool that the listeners can hear what spells
Okay.
you guys
Let
have.
me go through them all.
Noel says post all the level ups on Facebook.
That might be better.
Yeah.
That's kind of smart. I agree with you, Noel.
Wow.
Noel, be our
You know what?
Facebook manager.
You're a new
please.
Shane. Shane, you're fired. Noel, get in that seat.
No, stop. I mean, look, Noel's great, but I love Shane.
He's kind of.
Do you? Because I've been with him 5 years, and I'll tell you, there are days.
He's
There are days.
he's talking back a lot today.
Is he?
Stop
He won't stop
smiling.
staring.
Quit oogling me. Oogling?
Oogling. Quit oogling.
It's definitely
It's worse
not
than
oogling.
Googling.
Searching my body.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are certainly not done for the evening, but I'll tell you what, I definitely need 2 minutes
Oh my god.
of a break, if that's okay with you guys.
You know what?
If that's okay. If not, I'll let my bladder explode.
Listeners, what's going on in the chat there?
You
Ask me
go, Noel.
questions.
Well, Noel just said woot because he got another mention.
Fair enough. Get more mentions than Sab does. So.
Something
Okay, I'll be
exciting.
back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, sounds good, Noah. Something exciting for the listeners, because I didn't get asked what I did over the weekend, is I've been packing because I'm moving
Fudge.
in with Josh. I'm moving in
Here
with Josh.
and Sab.
Yeah. Nope, in your bedroom. I'm moving in.
Oh God.
Oh my.
I don't want to sleep on the floor.
Does that mean Shane's moving in with me?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're legit though moving into Sab's bedroom, and then he's.
No, he's just sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. I get
You could have Oliver's bed.
dog bed at the end of the bed there.
I got Oliver a huge dog bed. He loves it, but he loves the couch more, so there's only so much I can do.
Yeah. We're also doing. I don't know. We could tease this, I guess. We also did a special Patreon exclusive campaign we started
Oh,
Yeah.
with Shane as the DM.
And it is in fact a whole campaign, so we're gonna be doing a whole series with it, I would imagine.
I don't think it's like long. It's not gonna be long. It's gonna be like.
Shane has a whole thing planned out.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be at least
Could be a
4 parts at least.
recurring theory or series.
Yeah,
Okay.
recurring. Yeah, any kind of times that we have downtime here, you'll see that Patreon series kind of pop up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I do like Shane's voice that he like mimics.
Oh my god, he's so funny. If there's one thing he can do, it's random voices that sound super awesome.
You're great too, though, Noah. I love you.
Dude, I agree. I like Shane. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
I got nothing against that. I'm not threatened. No.
Oh, he's gonna kill us all.
No. No, it's fine.
Stone
All right,
meteors.
here's Cthulhu and power armor.
You know,
Let's
did I
go.
say stone arm? I meant no arm.
Oh.
It backfires, and you
Okay.
have literally no arms.
I'm really excited for Rogar to cut his arm off though, looking to get +1 to strength.
I want a
and
stone
then
arm.
and then Damek's just looking at him like, what the hell?
I'm not doing you too.
Take my arm.
What do I owe Damek for this? I want to say thank you, and then do I owe him anything for this? Because I'd like to repay him.
A lap dance.
Oh, shut up.
Wait.
Shut up, both of you. I just realized what you said.
Okay. So sorry, you said you wanted to say something to Damek?
Yeah, I want to say thank you, and I want to ask him if I owe anything. If I owe anything for the arm?
Okay, so he looks to you, the light under his hood kind of fading slightly, and all he says is, "The debt is paid."
Oh shit! All right.
I'm in debt.
You said it was paid.
Oh.
Yeah. Ularic paid it.
Oh, I thought it meant like his debt is now paid to Ularic, and so we're all fucked.
Oh,
Could be that too.
I hope so.
I'm just gonna nod. Thank you,
I
Damek.
hope for the
Please don't
second
explain
one.
anymore. I need it to be a mystery.
Okay, so he slowly progresses towards the stairs and then hovers floating down them.
No, you can't fuck Damek.
Jesus, you lose McCain 10 minutes ago, and you are just all over anything with
I
anything
love
with a dick.
crazy.
Eh,
What can
Lena?
I tell you?
Ah, yeah. Can we ask Ularic where McCain went?
Sure, you can if you want.
I do want.
I
Where-
do
Okay, so
want.
role play it for me.
Hey, Ularic, I thought there was 3 of you that went to the west wall?
No, we're at the west wall now.
The east? Or no, it's the north wall.
North wall.
Yep.
Got 4 directions. You guys choose wrong 3 times.
I have it written down.
Ularic looks to you, Tyson. He says, "We lost McCain."
Rip.
Suck.
Well, that's too
So
bad.
that's all you want. You have nothing to.
I say
Well, that's too bad.
I'm sorry for your loss.
he was a good fighter.
I
Give
didn't.
him that.
Yeah. So he nods at Tyson for saying sorry for your loss, and then he agrees with you, Roger, and he says, He was. He had a flame that burned brighter than most.
Hashtag Tyson.
Hashtag brighter than Tyson.
No. Shut up.
Okay.
It was that great.
So the city is somewhat silent, or at least the fighting seems to have ceased. There are still twangs of bows that are firing off into the forest, still crossbows that are being fired, as well as the sounds of metal armor in movement, swords in motion, but it seems to have ceased for the most part. And over the next few minutes, the next few seconds, it seems to die down almost entirely. There is quiet, and even the city, the people, seem to become quiet. I am going to have everyone roll me a D20, please. It's going to be a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
17.
Nice.
15.
16.
Oh, nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah, all not high enough.
Go team.
They're so weird.
That's fine. The number we were looking for was 19, but that's okay.
We all just got stepped on by a giant moth.
Gorilla.
No.
We all lose our arms.
Oh, I just got my leg.
Okay, so inside of your minds, and some people, I mean, the role is first of all to see whether or not you hear what you're about to hear, but it's also to see how well you fare against its tenacity and almost like the pain that it emits in your skulls. You see some of the soldiers around you hold the sides of their heads in pain, as though they hear this voice louder or somehow differently than all of you hear. But with your rolls, you seem to be standing up to it a little bit better, and it appears as just a voice.
I don't feel pain.
And the voice, it's certainly not comfortable, but the voice says this: "Citizens of Ryeberry, you have fought bravely, worthy of note amongst the battles of history. Take the time to recover your dead. Do as you wish, but know this: if you resist me further, you will all fall and rot in the ground. Join me, and you can have life forever."
Ooh, I want to be a vampire.
And the
Shut up,
voice
Lena.
ceases from your minds. The men around you stop holding their head and seem to shake their heads back and forth as if to kind of rid themselves of that voice. And Ularic and Wolfhelm look at each other and then look to the rest of you. And there's a moment of silence. Does anyone have anything they would like to say?
Did anyone else hear that creepy voice?
Oh my god.
It's very clear that everyone else heard that voice, Tyson.
Well, just clarifying, I've heard a lot of voices in my head over the past few weeks.
Okay, fair enough. So Wolfhelm looks to you, Tyson. He says, "Yes, Tyson, we all heard it."
Like a child. Yes, honey.
I am a child. Well, like, do you think that was who was in charge of this thing?
So Ularic rolls his eyes at you and says, "Could you shut up for a minute while the rest of us actually think?"
Fuck you, Wolfhelm.
That was
This is
Ularic.
hilarious.
No.
Oh.
Say Wolfhelm. Yeah, fuck you, Wolfhelm. Shut the fuck up.
Alright,
People
No.
are trying to think.
at least I kept
No.
everyone alive, Ularic.
Oh.
Okay. Are you actually saying that?
Yes.
No.
Are you actually saying that? I just need to know. There's so much. You're so not confident in this. Come on, are you saying it or what? At least I kept everyone alive. Come on, you said it out loud.
There's no need to
I'm
cause
giving you a
tension right
chance
now.
here.
Iron Wolf.
Sure, yeah, I say it.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Okay, so Wolfhelm just kind of like sighs slightly. You can see his shoulders kind of fall as he knows what's coming. And Ularic, with his sword already out, outstretches it quickly and nimbly towards your throat. So it's currently resting right at your Adam's apple as this razor-sharp longsword, definitely meant for slashing, is sitting right above your chest. Ularic says, "Say it one more time, Tyson."
At least.
Oh my god.
I want you to slowly, at least, I kept everyone.
Roger would too. What a fucking guy. Now Tyson's being quiet, I think on purpose.
No, I said, you won't do it. You need me for the next fight.
Ooh.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Not one, not one, not one.
Oh, yes.
my
That's a 23.
God.
Okay, so Ularic looks at you. His eyes meet yours. His eyes quickly flash over to Wolfhelm, who doesn't nod or shake his head or give any indication of telling Ularic what to do. And then Ularic slowly lowers his sword. He says, "Perhaps you're right. But if you insult my command one more time, I will slit your throat without question."
You got
Tyson
it.
just gave a thumbs up.
Okay. All right, so Wolfhelm looks to everyone after there's kind of a moment where the air clears there, and he says, "We need to take care of our dead." He looks to one of his men near him, and he says, "Sound your horn, and let everyone know to meet us here." So the horn sounds 4 times, and over the next few minutes, the remaining soldiers of Ryberry, the guard, I should say, the Knights of the New Moon who are still alive, as well as the Iron Wolves who have made it this far, all approach the western wall, I should say. Amongst them, you see Rodolfo, however, you do not see Ansel.
No.
You see Irina amongst the people still present. The number of Iron Wolves looks like it's taken quite a hit, but definitely more Knights of the New Moon have fallen than Iron Wolves. Possibly because there's more Iron Wolves to start out with. Possibly because the Knights of the New Moon, I should say, really see this as a threat to Ryberry, and they see this as their duty, whereas the Iron Wolves are mercenaries, right? So it's not like they're just throwing themselves down for the city, right? They're here because Ularic told them to be.
Mm-hmm.
So all the men and women rally around Wolfhelm and Ularic, who stand up on top of the body of the troll, which is kind of half in and half out of the city, draped over those broken bits of wall. Wolfhelm speaks, and he says, "Defenders of Ryberry, no doubt you heard the voice too. It has given us the time to take care of our dead, and I suggest we do. We will pile them. We will pile. I don't know why pile was the first thing that came to mind.
We need to
Stack
rebuild
them
the
and burn
wall.
them.
Jenga.
We will lay them along the wall outside the city and cover them with cloth. I do not want any of these bodies defiled, but I don't want them inside the walls, if they could become those creatures that we have all fought tonight. Our enemy has given us a choice to lay down our weapons and join him, or to fight against him. Now, I don't know what's coming, but I know that if we stand together, we can take care of it, and we can see the light again. So I ask you to raise your arms with me one last time and fight against this villain who seeks to take everything from us." So everyone kind of looks around, and there's this resolve. There is certainly a resolve amongst the crowd as men and women of the Iron Wolves, Knights of the New Moon, and the Guard of the City all kind of nod together. It's not like the forces of the city have been decimated, but I mean, you're looking at a percentage loss. You're looking at around 35 to 40% have been lost in the battle thus far. Wolfhelm looks to the men and women around him and says, I need this wall repaired as best we can. We don't have much time, so I want teams working on removing this troll's body. And then with timber or stone or what have you, I want it repaired. I want the gate reinforced again. And any other parts along Ryberry's defense that we have time for, I want those taken care of. Am I understood? And all the men kind of resoundingly say, yes, sir. And for our players, our heroes, you're each going to gain 1,500 experience points for a job half done. So you have defended Ryberry for half of the night.
Oh, we did what we could. Let's go.
Tyson, I think we should hear this guy out and join him maybe. Like, I don't know. Okay, so you guys can choose where you'd like to help or if you'd like to help at all. It's up to you guys. Tyson, if you want, I mean, I guess you need a long rest to reset your mana, eh?
I still have another set of it. But I do want to talk to Wolfhelm, I guess.
Okay, so the men and women dissipate and begin to work on various tasks, either taking the dead and placing them up against the walls of the city, laid out and covering them in cloth, or working on removing the troll. As Wolfhelm steps down, you can approach him and you can do whatever you'd like to do.
Is Val also there?
Vel is also there. He's in the back. He looks like he has taken a pretty nasty wound to the shoulder, but nonetheless he is up and active.
I think we should figure out like why they're trying to get in.
I think we asked that already, and they
I wasn't
said,
there.
Yeah, but I know that we'd asked already. Like, did piss anyone off recently? And they were like, no, not that we know of. I don't remember if you rolled insight, but we can ask again. It never hurts to ask again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I ask Wolfhelm. I say, do we know where they're trying to get in? Like, is there something we could figure out and then give it to them, or like, do we know?
You're asking Wolfhelm, or you're asking Vel?
Wolfhelm. Sorry.
Okay. So Wolfhelm looks to you as he's kind of continuing to walk. He's heading towards the gate, but he says, "You can walk with me if you'd like, Tyson."
Yeah, I catch up to him.
Okay, so he looks to you and he says, I don't know what they're after. I've had Wilmond working on it all night, but to no avail. Or at least he hasn't sent anyone to find me.
Could it be the mayor? Did he piss someone off? Like, he seems like a guy who would do that.
Yes, the mayor is a sack of shit. We can both agree on that. But does this seem like retaliation for some petty political rivalry?
Probably not. It seems more like
much greater than that. Correct.
Why Ryberry? It's just a small, like, village, basically.
Who knows, Tyson? Perhaps it's a domino effect and we're simply the next in line. Though I would have thought we'd heard something of other towns or cities undergoing the same. If we're the first to fall, we're an odd choice, I would say that for sure. We don't have resources or wealth like other mountain villages and cities. And if it's for some other reason, I'm afraid I'm just grasping at straws. I'm not quite sure why Ryberry was picked for this particular attack, but all I can do now is defend it to the best of my ability.
Alright, well, I kind of want to work on figuring out what it is.
Does he recognize the voice at all? Like, does it sound familiar?
Good question. Did you recognize the voice?
He looks at you and he rolls a memory check, and he goes, I'm afraid I don't. Did not recognize it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna figure something. I'm gonna try and figure this out. You know.
I'm gonna figure.
Wolfhelm looks to you, Tyson. He says, "However you find it best to spend your time, Tyson, you go off and do it."
No faith in you at all.
Well, I can't do much else, so not very strong.
Well, there are things that you can do, Tyson, but no, this seems like a good use of your time. You go ahead.
You guys laugh, but if I figure this out, we're fucking golden. All right, I run back to Val. If that's okay. If you guys didn't want to do anything.
Go for it.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do stuff, but
Okay.
just
Yeah,
after you're done,
Okay.
Tyson, you're the priority.
Sorry.
Lena plus 105 experience points.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Tyson, you're the priority. Priority report. Okay. I don't know. It sounded like Minority Report in my head. I thought it was funny. Okay, so Tyson, you had. That's how you make a joke stick. Is you explain it, dissect it. All right, Tyson McKay, you head back to find Vel. He is currently kneeling behind. God damn it! He's kneeling behind a man.
What are you doing?
He is kneeling
Why
beside
is his pants
a
down?
man who is propped up against the wall. The man has a pretty serious wound to his stomach. He's bleeding pretty profusely. And Vel is currently layering cure wound spells, one on top of the other, trying to seal that wound over. As you approach, without even looking up to see who it is, he speaks and says, "Tyson McKay, how did you fare, my friend?"
Not bad. I didn't have to really fight anything after I left you.
"Is that so?
Yeah.
Well, the south wall took some of a beating. We had many, many foot soldiers attacking the wall there. I lost a few men."
I'm sorry, Val. I should have stayed with you.
"It is in the past now, Tyson. All we can do is prepare for the future."
All right. Well, speaking of the future, did you happen to recognize that voice that was played out in everyone's head? What to call it?
The voice? I did not hear a voice, though I am aware that others did.
You didn't hear it?
I did not. You see, Tyson, over the years I have built up my resistance to such intrusions of the mind, living in limbo and other such planes, succumbing to the will of other creatures bent on domination of the mind, is certainly not something you want to do if you wish to survive.
Well, okay. Well, I explained like what she said to us, and then I asked him like, what?
It was a man's voice.
Oh, I thought it was a she. Oh, okay. I pay attention. I swear. And then I tell him. I ask him. I say, what do you think they want from Ryberry? It's a pretty small town. Like, why attack it?
So he sighs a little bit as his magic kind of, like he's ending the spell, but it seems to falter out of his hand. And the man kind of lies back, his eyes closed. It looks like he's passed out, but he's not dead. He's still breathing. And Vel stands using his staff to bolster himself. He stands and looks to you and he says, "Can you tell me one more time what this voice said?"
Guess who took notes? I did.
He said that if we continued to resist him, we would all fall, but we could join him and live forever.
Live forever. Certainly not a unique thing to say. Many different forces over time have sought immortality. I think this may be somewhat of an empty gesture, though. Look at these bodies. If these are followers or soldiers of any sort, does it look like they are living forever? Or at least in the way that you'd want to live? Perhaps not.
No.
So, our villain then, our mystery man, maybe he believes he's bestowing immortality. But it is an odd request, is it not, to lay down our arms? It means one of two things to me, Tyson. Either that he wishes to control Ryberry, or that he wishes something within its walls. If we are the only thing standing in his way between what he wants, perhaps continuing the fight is not in his best interests. You've given me much to think about.
Yeah, is there any way to communicate with the person?
Did it sound more like an entity, or did it sound like a person? You would know if something like a god or a greater being was speaking to you, certainly.
I'm pretty sure it was just like a being, like a person.
Then he is projecting his thoughts somehow. There are only a few spells, powerful though they are, that could do such a thing, and a few artifacts, no doubt. A way to reach out to him. You could walk out the front gate, though I'm not quite sure that's the thing you're willing to do, Tyson.
I got it, Val.
Like you got it, like he, like you're not gonna walk out the front gate, or you got it, like you got the idea you're gonna.
Sure, yeah, I get the idea.
Oh, okay.
I say, okay, Val. So there's no way to magically communicate with him, or you don't think?
There are spells which allow one to project your mind onto others, to communicate telepathically, but something with the kind of range that we're talking about, I mean, learning it would be impossible in the time frame we have. No, I'm not sure I know how I would communicate with this being. If I opened my mind to it when it had happened, I might have been able to continue a conversation, but it doesn't seem like this was a two-way street, if you know what I mean. It seems as though it was simply projecting and not accepting. Does that make sense?
Can I just say that before you went off on your on your adventure to figure out what the voice was, I was already thinking that I wanted to try to communicate with the voice.
Oh.
So I want to try and do that before all this. We're gonna backtrack a little bit later, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Rogar and Lena for sure as to what you guys want to do with this time.
Okay, but just know I was already thinking that before. This was not inspiration for me.
No. Okay.
I'm not sure I believe you, Lena. I think you're totally basing this off what Tyson's doing. Just kidding.
I'm the hero.
I'm the hero.
Okay. Well, I asked Val if there's anything else that he can tell me.
I'm not quite sure there is. Look, I have vast knowledge by mortal means, or by mortal standards. But knowing what this being's wishes are, knowing what drives him, I do not know, Tyson. I mean, look at the men that he uses in battle and combat. Trolls are not easy to negotiate with, nor do they work for anyone but themselves unless they are compensated. And these creatures, he says as he gestures to the ones that made it inside the wall, when the troll knocked it down on the western wall, he says, these former men and women, these are abominations. And they don't have sentience or consciousness anymore the way you or I do. I don't know what this person's goal is, Tyson. It seems disorganized, but there is something at the root of it, I assure you. Some rational force that is driving him.
Okay. Well,
if this was purely meant to turn as many people as he could, this is a very ineffective way of doing so. He's losing followers while doing this.
Yeah, far more
if he simply wanted to infect, he would have just sent more of those bloated corpses in through the well, slowly contaminating the entire town, but that's not what he did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, why would he send only a few? Okay, I thank him for his insight, and then we can let you guys catch up to where I am.
Cool. Tyson, I'm going to hand you 268 experience points.
Wow.
I love that. I love that. It's weird.
Makes the math so much harder.
Okay, we're going to move on to, who would like to go next? Rock, paper, scissors, or you want me to choose, or are you guys choosing?
You could just go.
Oh, I win.
Nice. Plus 15 experience points.
Yeah. Do we both get that?
Sure. Rogar was being nice, and he was being a bright lord, and you were being a cold-hearted bitch.
Wow.
Rogar
Everyone's
doesn't add that type of experience.
No, that's just petty points. I don't take petty points.
I take petty points.
Okay. Minus 15 experience points, Rogar.
I don't take minus.
I take minus petty points.
Okay, Lena, what would you like to do?
So before Tyson all gets in Ulark's face and everything, saying, "Oh, at least I didn't kill somebody,"
Well, we can't really do before that though. We can
I
do
can't
after
do before that. Oh, well,
No, we can do after that.
I wanted to like open up, like see if I could communicate with it because I know I heard it. So I wanted to see if I could try and send a message back because I know there's spells where it's like you can send a message and then that person can send a message back.
There are spells like that. This is not a message spell. Message is centered on one person. It's within 120 feet or something along those lines, if my memory serves. This guy is clearly more than 120 feet from you, and he seems to be targeting the entire town. So it's not message.
Can I see if I can? I don't know what I would roll for this, but can I see if there is like a point of, I don't know. I was gonna say point of interest or beginning of where the message starts. Like almost like if it's a wave, like did it go from left to right, right to left? Is there a spot that the spell is centered and coming from? Either one of those things.
Roll me a d20. This is going to be a perception check to see if you can see where it starts and where it ends. Like who it's affecting first, you mean, and who it seems to affect later? Yeah.
So my perception would be a 19.
Okay. So it appears that the wave of who it affected, the men down the street from you towards the east seem to have been affected or holding their head first compared to the men at the west, right? So it seemed to be like a wave of the message didn't start until everyone was affected, but it seemed like men were holding their heads and gasping in pain before you guys, and they were eastwards of you.
Okay.
That's really, really cool that you thought about that, so I'm going to give you 118 experience points.
All right, thank you. Well, yeah, because I'm trying to find a point of origin, but you can't always find the person. Okay. And were there any, like, distinctive things in his voice? Like, were there any slurs, murmurs, hiccups, background noise?
There was no background noise, so, it wasn't like this voice was an audible spoken one. It was a mental voice, right? Which is slightly different because it's not necessarily the way that person speaks, right? The voice inside your head is different than the voice that you project, certainly, right? And the voice that people hear is certainly different from the voice that you think you're projecting. So, yeah, the voice doesn't have any lisps, or it's not bound by the same physical mechanics that a real voice is.
Okay. I guess I want to ask Ularic where he wants me to be, or if he wants me to scout at all, or.
He looks to you and he says, "You can console the men, take care of some of the dead, or repair the wall. Do what you see fit to do, but don't overexert yourself."
I want to go take care of people. I know that's very un-Lena, but I wouldn't want to build a wall. So.
Okay. So, Lena, you go ahead and begin to tend to... Are you tending to wounded people, or are you taking care of body removal?
Let's do body removal, and then I'm going to go get McCain. Actually, I have a plan for this. I was thinking about it, too. So, I want to go find McCain's body. And...
Okay.
I want... Is there anything on him?
So are you walking inside the city walls or outside the city walls?
I believe he was outside the city walls, right? So I'd have to go.
I know,
outside.
but you're at the eastern, you're at the western wall. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you can choose to walk outside and around or inside and around.
Outside and around.
Okay. All right. So you walk outside the wall of Ryberry. There are bodies strewn, some close, some far from the wall, and some bodies still move and twitch as you walk by.
Are they still alive, or is it just death twitches?
No, there are definitely some things that are still alive.
Oh
boy.
At some points of the wall that have taken more of a heavy beating, there are nights of the new moon, guards and iron wolves that are still alive, moaning and crying out in the dark for help. But there are also the bodies of the myconid foot soldiers and the fungus-infested humans, the bloated corpses, that still twitch and move and seem to like pull themselves closer to the wall slowly in the dirt.
The war is not over. I just realized.
Get back up there.
Yeah, I'll just I want to go if there's somebody like relatively close to me that's screaming for help, like I'll go over and either end their suffering or help them.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, but it's like, you know, if they don't
Sorry.
if it's like if they're just an upper torso and they're like, oh my god.
What if
It's
they're
like,
a
well, I
lower
don't know,
torso?
It's just their penis. Yeah, if it's like, you know, if they're blown to bits and they just need to be put out of their misery.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay, so all you hear are like cries of pain and whimpers and sobbing and cries for help out in the distance, but it's not like you can see very well. It's the middle of the night.
Hmm.
And your eyes are closed.
You can light a
Yeah,
torch
and
if
my
you
eyes are
want.
closed. Okay. Then I'm just gonna go find McCain and try not to
Okay,
step
so-
on any of the myconoids.
So are you going to light a torch, though, or are you just
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
fumble your way through
I
the...
assumed I
okay.
didn't have any, because otherwise I would have lit one already.
No,
I'll
no,
light one.
you get torches when you start out, right? Like you picked the Explorer's Pack when you started?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 10 torches in there, so
Okay,
you can,
so I'll
you
light
can
one of
light one of
those.
those bad boys. Cool. Typically, I would have someone roll for that, but that seems pretty... I mean, you got a stone arm now. That's like half of
That's
flint and
flint.
steel,
I got a
right?
flint arm. I'm just cutting myself.
How would that work? Should we be like holding it between your legs and like?
No, if you held the torch with your thumb right up next to the lit bit of it, and you just like struck the thumb a couple times,
Okay.
right? You would, right? It would be right there.
I think she should roll because it's new.
If I clap fast enough
Fine.
with one hand, I just
Fine.
spark.
You know what, Tyson? You get what you want. Roll me a d20 now.
This sucks ass.
A survival check.
I know, I don't
It
think I
is.
have anything in survival.
How would you not have?
Oh, I have...
You add your wisdom to
that's
it.
That's a 12.
Cool. Yeah, you light the torch.
Just barely.
Perfect. Now can we move on, Tyson? You satisfied?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if I rolled a 1 and then he's like, you light the torch. You satisfied, Tyson?
No.
All right, so you move along the bodies of the dead and some still living, and you reach the point where the two massive venom trolls have fallen. Down on the ground, lying outstretched, is the body of McCain, his head not there.
Oh. Okay.
How do you know it's McCain then?
It's a body without a head, and you never saw his dick, so
He is
roll me a
wet.
fucking deception check.
You want a perception check? Is that what you said?
I said roll me a fucking deception check. You never saw his dick.
Oh, it's deception. Yeah, you don't know what I did in my own time.
Yeah, I know that you didn't play D&D because that's not how the world works. You can't just interact. I interact with the world all the time when you're not there, Noah. Okay, you're fucking crazy then.
No. Okay, so I because he wore like a leather jacket, right, with all the.
He wore wolf style armor, right? So it had that
Oh, yeah.
pelt on it. Yeah.
I want his.
No, it's
jacket.
definitely his body. It's got a bunch of knives and like it's
Yeah,
him. You know what I
I
mean?
was kidding. Move on.
But I want. No, I know that. I know whatever. But I want. I was wondering if I could have his pelt, and then I would wear it in his honor.
Well, the head of the pelt is gone because it was worn on his head.
That's
But
okay.
the rest of
cuter. With...
is it? It's not. It's soaked in blood. But you know,
Is
you
it
do
really
you.
bad? Ugh. Fine.
Yeah, it's pretty
Take one of
mangled.
his knives.
Does he have anything on him? Can I search like something that I could like lay to rest for him that would like be in his honor?
A love letter to Lena.
Oh no, don't say that. Don't give him ideas.
Like, I would take that idea. It would be so blatantly fucking stolen.
From
What
me.
lazy writing. Can you... Yeah, you can roll me a D20, please, to check his body.
No, Noah, don't make me roll for it, Noah.
What is it?
No, I'm going to make you roll.
Already rolled.
What am I rolling? An investigation?
Yeah.
Noah,
Yeah?
3.
Woo.
Okay, so, I mean, you find all of his knives, which are kind of in those
Do I really not find anything? That's so sad.
sheaths on his... I mean, you can take 20 to do it. I mean, you can just search his body as to the best of your ability.
It
just takes time.
Do it. Okay, so I can keep doing this?
No, you just say you take 20.
Yeah.
It takes 20 minutes of game time.
No,
Oh.
that's not how it works.
What? I don't understand
That's how
what
it
just
works.
happened.
Taking 20... No, taking 20 means, like, you take a 20, right? And
Yeah,
you're just
20
going to take however much amount of time it takes to do this to the best of your ability.
Takes you 6 days.
It doesn't
I
doesn't
don't
mean it
understand what this math is. What?
there's a thing. It's an action you can do. It's called taking 20. You can't do it in combat because combat is all about initiative and being quick on your feet and acting in that moment.
Gotcha.
That's 6 to 8 seconds of combat. But say you want to search someone's room and you don't have any time constraints and you're not worried about like them coming back or you're not worried about making like I mean you're just going to take 20. You're gonna do the action to the best of your ability and you're just going to take whatever amount of time it takes.
Yeah, I want to do that then.
Cool. So you take 20 searching McCain's body, and you find a belt pouch, coin purse, if you will. It contains about 86, sorry. Hard to read this writing sometimes. 86 gold pieces and almost 120 silver pieces.
Why were you guys trying to take from the bribery? McCain had it all.
They were asking for 400 pounds of silver, not 400 pieces of silver, Tyson.
Close enough.
Oh. Yeah, they weren't asking for 400 coins, you moron. They're asking for 400
You have a couple
pounds.
$100 you can spot me? Why are you guys putting up such a fight?
We literally asked for a week's rent. Yeah, so you find the money, first of all. And second of all, in a smaller pouch, you find a set of carved bone dice. They are 6-sided dice that would be used for gambling. And they are pretty intricate. Look like they're fairly old, so those are kind of cool. There is a bracelet that he wears on his left hand, left wrist, and it has a wooden carved wolf's head as a pendant, which kind of hangs off of it. It looks like it's made of wood, so it's kind of unique.
Okay.
And aside from that, he's got his dozen or so knives.
Does he have like a unique knife? Are any of them like clearly more of a he has them on him but he doesn't use it knife?
Yeah, I mean he uses this one, but it's instead of being in that like along his chest in the little scabbards that are there for those knives, and instead of like the arm knives or the boot knives or the ankle knives, he's got one on his hip, which is curved and kind of wicked, more of like a cleaving knife almost. And it looks like it's sharpened expertly. Like it looks like it could slice flesh, like to the bone, and leave the bone unscathed. Like it's a very, very cruel and wicked looking knife. It's got a black ebony handle, and it has silver inlay as well along that handle. And it's about 9 to 10 inches long, and it's kind of curved wickedly. So that's kind of the knife that is definitely the prize in his possession.
Take that too.
Okay.
And stab.
Oh my god.
This knife is unique. It's expertly forged, and it's made of very high quality steel. The attacker gains damage of 2d4 plus their to hit their damage, obviously. But instead of 1d4 for a knife, it does 2d4.
Ooh.
It can also be thrown but it's more of a slasher as opposed to a stabber, so it's not great at being thrown.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good. Can I go look for his head?
his head's inside the troll.
Oh, it's like really in there, eh? Okay.
Climb in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go try and help people now then.
Cool. So, Elena, I'm going to give you 287 experience points
Pretty good.
for saying goodbye to a friend.
A lover.
Slash lover.
Just a friend.
Yeah, dude, it was just a friend. They never made a move.
Right.
I know.
Hi,
Too
Rogar.
long.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, finance bread lady's dead. He said at the beginning of the episode.
He's dead?
She's not dead, is she?
I made it. It was a joke, Lena. God damn it.
Was she the one I threw the rock at?
Is McCain a joke?
No, yeah, McCain's a joke. He's
That's
actually there
real.
going, stop touching my stuff. No, he's definitely dead. Yeah, he's dead. And Finance Bread Lady, you're not sure, Rogar, but I mean, it's not like you know she's dead. You just don't know.
Where is she?
Is that what you're going to do? Just run the streets screaming, Finance Bread Lady?
Oh, is it my go to see what I'm doing?
Yeah, because I'm just gonna start helping people.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's up to you. What do you want to do?
I would like to go to Wolfhelm and talk to him.
Okay, so you head over to Wolfhelm. Tyson McKay was speaking with him and walking alongside him, and then Tyson kind of veered off and turned right around,
Yeah,
and you
get
kind
out.
of jogged,
Hi.
jogged to catch up to Wolfhelm, who is striding quickly towards the gate. He looks to you and says, "What is it, Rogar?"
I ask him, well, how many soldiers did we lose?
It doesn't look as bad as I thought. We, at worst, might be down to half of our force. But I think our enemy has spent more of his energy than he likes to admit. If he asked us to lay down our arms, it's not out of kindness, I can assure you that.
Yes. Say he had a pretty big army considering he had a undead hill giant. The one we took down.
Yes. But remember, these are shock troops, designed to scare and intimidate. Look at his regular forces. They're nothing strong or efficient. They're just meant to flood through the holes that those heavy hitters were designed to make.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we've got our opponent right where we want him, to be honest.
And I say, where's that?
Well, he's only got two options here. He either waits us out, but he knows that in doing so we become stronger and we can fortify Ryberry more, or he attacks and presses what he believes to be his advantage. But look at how many forces we've already slain. I don't think he has many more of his regular troops, and I haven't seen any evidence of him having more trolls or giants at his disposal. So I think that he's going to press his advantage. He knows that if he waits us out, we could have reinforcements or we could send word to nearby towns or cities for aid. I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll try and enter the city tonight.
And then I ask, what about Groban and the other Iron Wolf?
I haven't heard from Dorman about them in the past hours, but if you wouldn't mind, if you could check that out for me and return to me with any information, I would be certainly grateful.
Okay. And I ask him if he wants me to help around, like, the city, like, for building up the walls or seeing if anyone's still alive.
Of course, whatever you think would help best, Rogar, you go ahead and do it. I'm going to oversee the reconstruction of the gate. It took a fair bit of damage from that hill giant and from those other forces that were battering against it. The west wall definitely needs to be rebuilt to the best of our ability. Ularic says that the north wall didn't maintain much damage, and I don't know anything of the south. I hadn't spoken to the wizard.
Okay. Well, I will head to go see Groban.
Be careful, and make sure you find Dorman first. Don't just walk into their chambers.
I nod my head and head towards Groban.
Cool. So you're heading towards the Knights of the New Moon Guild Hall. On the I'm going to give you 52 experience points for talking to your boy, Wolfhelm. And you are heading over to the Knights of the New Moon Guild Hall. On the way there are many men, women, children, all looking around, kind of lost, stranded, but also taking direction from the forces at B. As you head into the Guild Hall, there are many Knights of the New Moon. Well, many is a strong word, but there are Knights of the New Moon nonetheless, filtering and passing weapons out of the armory and bringing them to Iron Wolves and Knights of the New Moon and guards of the city. They're replacing crossbows and bows that have broken or have been lost in combat or whatever the case may be. And they're passing out quivers of bolts and arrows as well.
Okay.
As you walk and pass down that hallway, you find Doraman. He is in that line, passing stuff back and forth, aiding the city, and he looks to you as you approach.
Okay. I ask him if I could go see Groban, just to get an update on him, since Wolfhelm is wondering.
He looks to you and he says, "That's not a good idea, boy. Groban's not well, and that Wolfie, he's on a rough track, indeed."
So, like it's gotten worse?
It has. Groban's been seizing. I can't stop the seizures either. Seems like he's losing control of his body. But it's not as bad as whatever going on in his mind, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh boy.
I haven't been able to find a cure. And to be honest, in the next few days, with this amount of seizures and that amount of fever, his brain will just turn to mush.
Mm-hmm. I ask him what the best procedure would be to just put him out of his misery, or
I don't know, but if I'm unable to find any kind of antidote soon, I'm afraid we'll have no choice.
okay. I nod my head and I'd like to go see Willman, just to see what's
Okay.
up with him.
All right, so you
Hey,
can.
Hey, buddy.
So you continue down the hall slightly, and to the left, Willman's doors are closed, and there's a big piece of parchment with scribbled ink on it that says, "Do not fucking disturb."
Disturbed.
Don't do it. He's busy. He's stressed. He's tired.
He
We're
needs a-
having
he
sex.
needs a friend.
We're having sex, yeah, right.
He needs a Rogar.
Yeah, he does. He needs a rogue.
I knock on the door.
Okay, so you knock on the door, and all you hear is muttering and speaking inside. Willman speaking to himself, but you don't. He does not acknowledge your knock at the door.
Can I open the door?
Okay, so you open the door slightly, and spinning and whistling towards the door. Like, I mean, it's one door, but spinning and whistling towards the wall, just at the crack of the opening, a glass shatters against the wall with liquid kind of splashing everywhere. And he says, "Don't you fucking read."
Hey, Willman, it's Rogar.
Okay, so he says, "Oh fuck, whatever. Come in. If you're gonna bother me, just fucking bother me."
All right, I walk in. I say, "Why are you? Or what's with the sign on the door?"
Oh well, if it's not figure out what the problem is, this or fix Groban's malady, that. You know, it's something else. It's something else, Rogar. He says, "I'm a librarian, not a fucking mind reader. I don't know what's going on."
Well, I ask him, like, have you discovered anything new, or?
I haven't discovered nearly enough that's new, okay? All I know is that back in the day, there were some cultists that vaguely followed the same kind of look and appearance and disease formation as these guys, okay? But no one seems to say where they're from or who they follow. They just say that they rose up and fell. So what am I supposed to do with that, huh? Am I supposed to take that information? I go to another book. That book doesn't have anything. I go to the next book. That book doesn't have anything. I'm just reading books, Rogar. I'm reading books.
Google it, idiot.
Well, I tell him if he, like, heard the voice in his head, too.
Yeah, of course I heard that voice. It didn't sound much different than the other voices, though, so it didn't really seem to fucking matter, did it?
Get out of there.
I kind of like woman again.
Say, well, this voice was distinct, was it not?
No, Rogar, look, the voice was distinct, but what do you want me to say, okay? It doesn't give me anything to go on. He didn't mention a name, or a deity, or a cult. He didn't mention a force, or a power. He didn't mention an artifact, or a throne, or a country. He didn't mention anything.
Okay, I say fair enough. I ask him if he needs any help with anything.
Look, if you want to really be helpful, the mayor keeps all of the best records and books up at his hall, okay? Keeps them in a little chest. It's in the back room, in his room, beside his desk. So there are a lot of sensitive documents, quote unquote, that he keeps up there. Now, I bet that fuck has fled time ago, okay? As soon as the Iron Wolves let him go, I'm sure he just packed up his shit and waddled his fat ass out the door, okay?
Damn it, I was gonna go
So-
to the mayor's hall too.
So find whatever's in that fucking crate, or bring the whole fucking crate, because I'm out of text. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, I nod my head and I say, I'll bring it back.
Okay, so Rogar, I'm going to give you 112 experience points for going to speak with Wilmond and discuss with him. And what would you like to do next?
Throw him a gold piece.
You really helped me out. I'm helping him out. Alright, I tell Wilman I'll be back shortly and I'll head out.
Okay, so you head out, closing the door behind you, I assume,
Yeah.
and head out. Wilhelm is still at the front gate, so you can. I was like Wilmond, Wilhelm, Ularic, all these names floating
Too
around.
many. Kill some of them off.
Yeah, that's the. Well, I mean, fuck, I killed off Ansel, so I mean, we're getting there.
Damn it. She's my favorite.
I didn't kill her off. I mean, I just rolled, and she didn't make it. So it's not really like it's not like it was subjective. It was a very objective process. Some characters made it, some didn't. You may notice I didn't mention Galix.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about that.
Yeah, Irina made it. Galix did not.
No!
You're the only dragonborn now.
My brother.
It wasn't your real brother.
He's my only dragonborn.
On your tombstone, they should write Brogar.
Okay, so you do see Wilhelm. He is helping the men to repair the gate. If you want, you can relay that information from Dorman to him.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. So what would you like to say?
Well, I let him know that Groban's gotten worse than he was before. He's saying he can't control the seizures that he's having. And he hasn't found a cure yet.
So Wilhelm shakes his head as he kind of lifts a support beam, helping a bunch of men in line. He looks to you and he says, "All right, it's not the news I wanted to hear, but nonetheless, go on and do what you need to do. Thank you."
Okay, I also tell him, like, if we don't find a cure, we'll have to kill him.
Okay, so Wilhelm kind of gives you the eyes, like the men are all around listening, and he goes, "We'll talk about it later, Rogar."
We have to kill him! Kill him!
Okay, I nod my head and
You're going to gain 143 experience points, and you can continue on your way.
You drop from hero status to enemy.
I'm just telling the truth. Like, don't want to kill him when he's infected. Might as well do it before he turns.
Okay, what would you like to do now?
Right turn.
Before. Way before.
I
Like
think
before you're even
I'll-
infected.
In about 15 minutes, are you free?
Well, I'll help out around the town. First off,
Okay, so what would you like to do?
I'll go look for people that are still alive.
Okay. Which side of the city would you like to investigate?
Just the main gate where I was at.
Cool. So, I mean, they're boarding up the main gate. They're not. I mean, you can climb down the wall if you want, or tie a rope and climb down the wall, but no one's getting out the main gate.
I'll go to the. Or yeah, I guess I'll go to where Lena was.
That's the north wall.
The
Sure.
north wall, yeah.
So the north wall hasn't caved in, but nonetheless, there are bodies of men that either by the myconids and the undead kind of piling on top of each other and attacking and pulling bodies off. There are men certainly on the ramparts on the wall that have been injured and some have died. So as you approach and kind of climb up the wooden steps to that overview of the field, there are two men trying to help a man who has been gouged severely in the neck by the claws of one of these creatures.
Okay, I'll.
He's crying. He's in pain. He's weak and very very sickly looking, very pale.
I'll rush over to those guys and go help them.
Okay, so the man looks to you as he's kind of got cloth pressed on the wound. He says, "I don't know what to do. It's not sealing over."
Let's see what spells we got here.
Okay, so the one guy looks to you, Rogar, and he says, "He was scratched by one of those things. Do you think he's infected?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
It
kill
happened to
him.
me, and I'm infected, so.
We gotta take him out right now.
Let's say, unfortunately, I think so.
So the man on who's kind of pressed up against the wall, who's bleeding, is like, "You think I'm infected?"
You were scratched and you weren't infected. You realize that, right?
Yeah, but this guy's like got it pretty bad, right?
He's been gouged.
Where'd you study medicine? Was it U of
Roger's
T or
already pulling
Harvard?
He's already pulling his pick out of his
I just
sheath.
got really good practice with those large bra orders.
I've had a taste for blood.
The guy looks to you and says, "I'm gonna be all right, right?
Sorry, I'll tell you.
I'm gonna be okay, right?"
I nod my head to him. I said yes. I'm just trying to round up as many men as I can, and then I'll
Tend to you.
Yeah,
try something out to help all you guys out.
Just starts patting his head. Yeah, you'll be okay. Think of the rabbits, George.
Okay, so his eyes begin to kind of glaze over as he's breathing heavy. He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay." And you see just more and more blood pouring down his chest.
Heal.
Sick. Well, I wanna grab like as many wounded as I can because I have this big spell I could use.
If this one dies, at least a couple more will be okay later.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm gonna rush and see if I can find more men that are injured.
I don't know what this spell is, so maybe it's dope, but this is really funny that you're just gonna run away from this guy.
Well, there's two other knights there with them, right?
Yeah, well, it's actually a wolf who's down, and there is a wolf and then a guard who are tending to him.
Okay, well I tell them to like keep looking after him while I find more men.
Okay, so they just kind of nod at you, trying to press bandages against the guy's wound to try and slow that bleeding. Along the wall, there is as you walk along the wall, there are the cries of men down below in the field who have either jumped over and dropped to attack larger creatures that were kind of bashing down the wall, or who jumped down to try and stop the piling up of the corpses, the undead bloated creatures. Because sometimes they would pile up at certain points, and yeah, you can shoot them, but I mean that's very ineffective. Any body shot's just gonna do whatever to them, right? You really have to take out the head. So some brave men and troops of Knights of the New Moon, like squads of them, would go down the wall and try and stop them there. So there are definitely the cries of men who are injured out in the field.
Okay, well I head towards like the nearest voice that's crying out for help.
So you're gonna climb down the wall.
Yeah.
You're dying. Move on to the next one.
I pop out from behind a pillar. Woody move.
Oh God.
Okay, so you climb down the wall. Do you have dark vision?
Dragonborn does, yes.
Thought I did. Yeah, I definitely
I
did.
don't think Dragonborns do.
Dragonborns do.
Do they?
I'm pretty sure. I'm about to get proven wrong. Fairly certain they did, though.
Yeah, I'm like 95% certain that Dragonborns do not have dark vision. But like I'm willing to check it out, you know.
I'm looking.
Certainly something that you should have on your sheet, Rogar. I
For
mean.
sure. Okay. Might be on my first
Let's see.
one.
Dragonborn traits.
I like how I talked to two people, and it's the equivalent of Rogar running all around the town.
Yeah, no, I mean, you did speak with Vel for a while, though. You guys kind of had a longer, drawn-out conversation,
town's
but I'm
pretty-
with you.
Town's pretty big.
No, so Dragonborn traits, you got ability score, age, alignment, size, speed, draconic ancestry, breath weapon, damage resistance, languages. So no dark vision. Unless you got it from your class, it's going to be a no.
Well, I'll just light up one of my torches.
Cool. In the distance, you see a torch lit. It is on the ground beside Lena. You can see that very clearly as she is kind of rooting through some dude's stuff.
Who's there?
I'm just gonna ignore her. I gotta.
I mean, that is
help
what
all
you
these
would
guys
see,
out.
but like, would he know that it's McCain's body at all? Like, it's clearly an iron wolf, at least.
You're about 50 feet away from him. You climb down the wall at a separate section. So, no, he doesn't know that it's McCain's body.
Do you?
So, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it and go to the nearest guy that needs help.
I like
Okay,
that when
so-
he described where he was going originally. He said, "I'm gonna go to where Lena goes." Okay, you see Lena. I'll ignore it.
Well, I ain't go to
Okay.
there to see you.
So you hear cries of help, not but 20 feet in the opposite direction from you. There is one man who has his entrails, like his guts, kind of spilled out, and he is kind of holding them. A man who is beside him has scratches along his face and body, and he's kind of like rocking back and forth. And there is a man on the ground who is in his last gasps. This looks like a few nights of the new moon, who leapt over the wall. There are dozens of dead around them, so it looks like they did a fucking number on the opponents, but they definitely got massacred. There are also 2 Knights of the New Moon there who are dead. Yeah, what a scene.
I can't really help Buddy with his guts.
Oh my god, sorry, you looked for more injured guys, you find them, and then now you're telling me you can't help them?
They're too injured. There's obviously a scale.
Can I put his
Look, he's got
guts
it.
back in his stomach?
You can try, but I mean, they're
He gets
definitely
a
not going to
stick
go
and he
back
doesn't
in the
wanna
right
touch it.
place.
Oh god. Well, I'll help the guy that's fucking got the scratches on his face.
Okay, the guy on the ground, you can't tell, but I mean, his armor's kind of rent and bent on his chest. It looks like he's been bashed severely in the chest.
Yeah. This is stressful.
Come get me and we'll help build a pile of injured, and then we'll go do your spell.
A pile of injured.
Stack
Oh,
'em
God.
up. Jenga.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, Rogar.
Heal, boom.
I only got legs.
Oh my god.
I asked the soldier on the ground where he's injured.
Where are you from?
Which soldier on the ground? The one that's hardly breathing?
Sure.
Yeah. So, you asked him where he's injured.
Yeah.
He kind of raises a hand very weakly and points towards his chest, where a large bit of his armor has been caved in.
Okay. I'll cast Cure Wounds on his chest, around this area there.
Okay. So he breathes a little easier as you cast Cure Wounds. Can you roll me your D8, please?
Yeah.
That's a D10.
Oh. Oops. I do not. There it
That's a
is.
D.
So he gains back 5 health.
Cool. Sweet. It's very clear that the metal plate on his chest, which is caved in, is definitely piercing into his body and impacting his breathing, if not causing massive bleeding. So that is kind of the issue here.
You're like, heal, heal, heal.
Can I like try and? I kind of want to like try and take his armor off to like.
You want
Never
to,
take
or you
your
don't
armor
want
off
to?
in war.
The war is over.
It's not.
Plus 67 experience points, Lena.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah, I kind of want to
No,
take his.
shut up, Tyson.
I kind of
I'm
want to
doing
take his
it.
armor off so that like his chest area like can
Okay.
breathe and
Pose.
stuff.
So you'd like to do that?
Yeah.
Cool. So you take off his chest armor, and as you take it off, the piece that's caved in kind of makes this suction sound as you pull it from his chest, and a bunch of blood, like a massive amount, begins to flow forth from his chest.
Oh God.
His breathing becomes super weak. You can almost see parts of his lungs, and his breathing becomes very shallow very quickly in a matter of seconds.
I do cure wounds on the chest that's bleeding, and I cover it up as well.
Okay, so do you cure wounds?
The 9 health back.
Okay. You heal him for 9 health. He's continuing to bleed, though, and he's continuing to bleed pretty profusely. What would you like to do?
I look. Is there like rags or anything, or like something I could cover up and like tighten it, like his wound up?
It's a cavity in his chest. It's about the width of a pear, like an apple, and it's long though, so it's like a fissure. It's the length of about a hand. Okay, so he's continuing to bleed, and he is losing
Rogar,
health.
save him.
I'm trying.
Pull me over.
I yell out for help to see if anyone.
I react.
Oh my God.
McCain, I'm gonna go help
I'm
people.
sorry. Look, I love your enthusiasm. Like I love your bit here. You are so not good at healing this guy. You just made it so much worse. It's like first aid 101. It's like if someone's impaled by something, do not fucking remove it. And you were just like, oh, the armor? Just... I'm sorry, I love you to death. Okay, so you begin to...
arrow, don't you remove it right away?
No, that's the opposite.
Because it's holding the blood in.
Well,
you begin to call for help, and your voice is one of, I wouldn't say many, but one of a few calling for help in the night. Lena, you hear Rogar's voice calling out, not but 60 feet from you. There's a torch beside him, and it's up to you as to what you'd like to do.
Yeah, I'll go over
I just stick that torch
quickly and hastily. I'll go over.
Okay, so you head over, and I guess you're kneeling beside him, or you're standing?
Yeah, I'll kneel. Can I roll a medicine and see if there's something I can do to stop it?
Sure, yeah, roll me a medicine check.
Natural
shit.
20. Done.
Okay, so Lena, you notice it's a nat 20. I gotta give it to you. Okay, so you notice amongst all of the organs, blood, flesh, tissue, that it is an arterial bleed. And that's where he's losing all this blood very quickly from. So you notice where the bleed is, and you know that you have to put pressure on, stop, or seal up that wound. And
So
you know expertly where it is.
I'm going to put pressure on it, and I'm going to say, here, heal right here. This artery.
I don't know if cure... Okay, I don't know if cure wounds works that way. I don't know if you can target like a specific thing, but I guess I'll allow it because you got a nat 20. I mean, yeah, I'll allow it. Fuck it.
Allow it. It's a nat 20, yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
4 health.
Okay, so Rogar, well, we're going to play it a little bit thematically here. You target this specific point on the guy's body and heal the artery as best you can. The bleeding ceases for the most part, still bleeding somewhat, and he seems a little bit more stabilized. Still got very weak breathing, still definitely very shallow breaths, but he is nonetheless stable for the better part.
I'm gonna
Saved a life.
Shut
Rogar
up,
and
you
Lena,
did
I'm
not
gonna
at
hand
all.
I'm gonna hand Rogar and Lena 122 experience points each.
I don't get any extra for that nat 20. My
All right,
God.
Bell's conversation.
Sorry,
was not
you gain
this long.
127.
What? I get 177?
27.
Oh,
Enjoy your 5 experience points.
thank you.
No
I
problem.
take the pity point.
Okay.
I just want to get him back, I guess. That's the only thing we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well,
you guys are going to spend the rest of your time kind of pulling his body in?
Yeah.
yeah.
And, like,
Okay.
any others that, like, maybe just need support to walk in.
As
Now
this
that I
was
have
all
this
happening, the
rock
guy
arm.
with his entrails out is dead. And the guy beside him is still shaking and rocking back and forth.
Sorry, the guy beside him is still shaking, or is...
Yeah, still shaking, still rocking back and forth. He has those long gashes along his body.
But he can walk.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like his legs are impacted in any way.
So, yeah, I'm going to help him up, and we're going to get this other guy up, and we're going to walk back into town. Here we go,
Alright,
boys.
Let's go.
You
Okay,
better
so the
hold
guy
on to
who
his
has
chest.
the hole in his chest is holding it, and I mean, Rogar, you're supporting the entirety of his weight. So I need you to roll me a strength check
Good.
to get him up.
17.
Nice. So Rogar, you get him up pretty expertly. Lena, you kind of console the guy and you know, tell him it's okay and get him up. And you guys are walking them to the western wall where there's that hole.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a little bit of a trek, but I'm going to allow you guys to do it, and that was what you'll use the rest of your time for. Tyson, and I'm also going to, you know what, fuck, you guys get 33. Yeah, 233 sounds like a good number. You guys get 233 experience points each for returning them to the wall. Your boy, Tyson, you've been complaining about the fact that everyone else has got all this extra time. You're not sure why you didn't. What do you want to do with your time, man?
Well, Vel said they probably want something in the town, but he doesn't know what it is, and no one else seems to know what it is.
Yeah.
I think I want to go try and bargain with them.
Okay. Tyson McKay, what would you like to do? This is up to you.
Can I look for can I go up on the wall?
Sure. Which cardinal direction of the wall do you want to go up on?
Wait, I'm at the west, or the one with the hole in it right now, right?
You're at the western wall, yes.
Oh, okay. Then I just walk out like the hole.
Okay, yeah, you can walk out the hole for sure.
And then to give me some light, I'm gonna cast.
Well, you see in thermal, so
Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah. So I mean, you do see, you know, like the torches are super bright for you. People are also super bright. The ground it only has some warmth to it, and it's cool. But trees have and emanate a little bit of warmth.
Okay.
And so I mean, everything is just kind of in shades of blue, green, yellow, orange, red, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna assume that the main person would probably be at the northern side of the city or town.
You can assume whatever you'd like. I love the pause.
You can assume that, and then I can help you say that, oh no, he's east.
He's in the east?
But you don't know that, though.
Oh. Wait, are Lena and Rogar right there?
We're at the north, you're at the west.
No, because they're currently at the north doing their thing, right? All this is happening simultaneously.
Okay. So I'm on the west. I'm gonna make my way towards the east gate.
You didn't know that you were going to go to the north.
No, the east is the main gate.
The east is the gate of the city.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is.
So I'm gonna make my way towards that. going around the north.
Okay. So you head through the throngs of people and the crowds towards the east of the city, towards the main gate of Ryberry. There you find Wolfhelm, who is currently speaking and discussing with the men of the Iron Wolves, Knights of the New Moon, and Guard who are there, and they are currently repairing the gate and the wall surrounding as best they can. As Wolfhelm spots you, he says, "Tyson, good to see you. We could use some help."
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, Wolfhelm.
He looks to you as he's carrying a support beam, and he sighs and rolls his eyes, and he says, we could use your help on the wall."
Yeah, Grove. Go.
I want to go try and bargain with this thing. No.
Yeah, you can.
Like, are you talking about the voice? You want to bargain with the voice?
Yeah, it obviously wants something.
Yeah, I agree, but I already tried talking to it.
Did you?
Yes. And it didn't
Did
work.
you really?
Yeah.
You didn't try talking to it.
That's exactly what I said I wanted to do. I wanted to send a message back to it.
Yeah, he said.
And I
the
told you
spell
it wasn't message. You didn't try and talk to it.
That was exactly what I said I wanted to do. That was exactly what I wanted to do.
You said there are spells that work like message. I told you, yes, there are spells that work like message.
Well,
You said, is this
because
that?
That's
And I
exactly
said
what
no.
I wanted to do. I'm trying to send a message back. I'm trying to talk to it back. That's what I'm trying to do.
Anyway,
Yeah, and I just told you it wasn't a message spell. I'll appeal to the fair-mindedness and the memory of the audience as well as the other players. I'm pretty sure I was clear in the fact that it's just not a message spell.
Yeah, no.
Not that, but I don't
we're all
think
on the same page. No.
I don't think you rolled to see if you could talk to it after it talked to you or anything like that.
We'll just see if Josh could talk to it.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna try and go find it.
Good luck.
Oh, well, yeah, then you're fucked. Good luck.
Well, fucking no one else is doing anything.
We're saving lives.
I guess.
Slash
Kind of.
killing.
Lena's saving lives. Yeah, so I say I'm gonna fix this Wolfhelm, and then I start running towards the forest.
Like a
Yeah,
Muppet.
the gate isn't broken down. Like you
I
can't just
said
run
I went
through
through the hole in the wall on the other side.
I thought you said you ran to the east side of the city.
I don't think he heard what I said. No, I said I will go outside the hole in the wall, and then I go around.
Oh, I did not hear out the hole in the wall.
I was
Okay, so then
wondering
you're
why
on the other
Wolfhelm was
side.
outside.
Yeah, no, he's not outside. You're just outside the city. This is why we shouldn't do live. No, I'm just kidding.
He also said
Nah,
he was going to
man.
run by the north area. I want to go with Tyson if that's what he's going to
Yeah,
go
so
do something.
so I would see those two, right? As I'm going
Yeah,
by.
you see them as they're stopping the arterial. Well, you see them as you only see Lena going through stuff. You don't see
Oh.
Rogar yet as the timeline goes.
Oh my god.
Right?
This wave is like.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah. So I sneak by, I guess.
Cool. Roll me a stealth check.
We're about to change history.
Oh god. Stealth is a 12.
Can I roll a perception? Because I'd be on edge anyways.
Well, your passive perception, I'm assuming, is higher than 12. I mean, like, what's your wisdom?
Yeah, at least. Oh,
no,
yeah, my
like
passive
your
is a
wisdom's
15.
your Yeah, so you see Tyson McKay trying to sneak by you as you're going through your boy's stuff.
Where are you going?
You call out to him, and Tyson, what would you like to say back?
Home.
I'm going to the front gate.
Roll me a deception check. I mean, you are kind of going to the front gate, but that's not your that's not your final destination. So
Well, that's a
yeah, I'll
21.
give you. Okay, so
Okay,
you're
hold
very
on here.
convincing.
Hold on here. Let me roll an insight. Excited. Nope. It wasn't a bad roll, to be fair, because my insight would have been a 16, but it doesn't beat it.
Okay, so to the best of your knowledge, Lena, it seems like he is going to the front gate.
If you wait a couple minutes, I'll go with you.
In this timeline, I have to wait for Rogar to get out here, and I have to not talk to him.
There's a lot of bleeding that's gonna happen, and
I'll say I'll meet you there. How about that? I'll meet you there.
Okay. I guess I can wait. And then I
Keep going.
keep going.
Cool. You keep going just in time to see Rogar Ragnarok scaling down the wall. But you're off in the distance, and you kind of turn back, and you see him coming up on a bunch of bodies and people screaming for
And
help.
he's going, whoa.
I wonder if he's gonna save people.
nope.
Knife through the heart. Knife through the heart.
Well, we had a good run.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
We need new recruits.
Okay, so
God.
Tyson McKay, you are heading towards the gate at the east wall. Once you reach that gate, what would you like to do?
Is there like a spot to hide while I wait for Lena?
No, there's no real bushes near the front gate, nor are there trees. There are bodies of dead people. So, I mean, you could pretend to be one of those, but it's up to you.
No, I'm not gonna be the dick like that. I will perception check to see if there are any alive bodies, like living people.
Roll me a d20.
Perception? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
15.
Yeah, so they're still twitching and moving somewhat alive, if you can call them that, bodies of the creatures that were attacking the city, the bloated corpses. But there are no men of Ryberry, wolf, knight, guard, or otherwise who are alive, because the only ones who jumped down to stop that creature were
Right.
Wolfhelm and Rogar. The others stayed on the wall firing down, right? So the creatures never got close enough up the wall to pull anyone down, and no one was shot because these creatures aren't shooting anything over the wall.
Okay. Well, then I'll just hang out right against the wall so no one can see me directly, I guess.
Cool. All right. And you're going to wait for Lena? Because it's going to be a while for her to carry that, to help that dude all the way
No,
back
I'll
there,
just
man.
get inside the gate and then I'll leave him because I'd rather go with Tyson.
Yeah, but we're talking about you walking around Ryberry, helping this dude and Rogar walk all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing like a solid 15-20 minutes here, my friends.
Yeah.
It's
Can
not
I
going
just
to be
help
like
him up and
two
see
and a
if
half.
Rogar can handle holding both of them? It's like no
Yeah,
joke.
Are you high?
No, Rogar definitely can't handle holding both of them. The one guy has a hole in his chest, and the other dude is like manic. He's freaking out. I'm not saying you can't leave him. I'm just saying Rogar can't handle both.
Hmm. It's not an iron wolf.
No, it's the night of the new moon.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there anybody else around that I see?
You could
Like,
tell
that's alive.
Rogar.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Like Rogar, I'm gonna go meet Tyson at the front gate. So
Let me just carry these two bodies over this wall.
I'm leaving him. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go with Tyson.
Wait, wouldn't
Okay,
Rogar
so
be
then
interested?
so then you,
Not
well,
at all.
Rogar's a good dude. He's more interested in helping the people who are hurt. And he's a night of the new moon, and these guys are knights of the new
Oh,
moon.
I have
Fair.
rope on me still, right? I'll tie him to the back of Rogar, and Rogar can drag him.
Jesus
That's a
Christ.
fucking awful idea. Also, you're gonna lose the 233 experience points, I guess it was, that I gave for you getting that guy to safety. Because you're changing the plan here.
I don't think Tyson would wait.
I
20
wait
minutes.
5 minutes.
I know. Okay, I'll lose the 233. I'm gonna go with Tyson. I think that's gonna be worth more experience in the long run. So.
We'll see. We might be dead.
Okay, so Lena, you're leaving the guy. Rogar, Lena says she's leaving. I don't know. Role play it for me. Like tell Rogar what you're doing.
Tyson is trying to find who's causing this.
Didn't tell you that.
I'm gonna go on a date with Tyson.
Didn't tell you that.
Tyson, I'm going to give you 241 experience points for these funny comments that you're saying.
Sweet.
I'm leaving, Rogar. Goodbye. Nothing I say is honest. See you later.
So, why are you leaving?
Because I'm meeting Tyson at the front gate.
For what?
I don't know.
There's much more important things to do than go to the front gate.
So the guy beside you, Lena, has fallen to his knees and he's sobbing uncontrollably into his hands.
Fine, I'll fucking help this guy. I'll let Tyson do his own thing. Because we don't go in order of anything. I don't know the full story. So yes, I'll help him. I'll keep the 233 and I'm going back.
Wow.
This is Tyson's adventure now. Ready for the rest of the episode?
The rest
Dude,
of the
I'm not-
episode.
Dude, things happen. Like, the guy
No,
is
no,
going
I
to
know.
continue to be manic. I mean, you still have a choice to walk away from him. And you still have a choice to disappoint Rogar. Like, you can still do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Everyone disappoints
No,
Rogar.
I don't think. I'll try and get with this manic guy later. So.
Did I hear that right?
I thought I did, and then I listened to it, and I was like, I guess that makes sense.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, fine. I'll help them back. And then I immediately go to the front gate after that's done. But I know you said that's 15 minutes later.
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
We
So
said
Tyson, it's
15,
up to
'cause I'd
you.
at least be trying to hurry.
Yeah, 15, sure.
Okay.
And Tyson, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so I wait for like 5, 10 minutes, and then I'm like, I look at my hand as if there's a watch, and I say, I gotta go. I can't wait. The next attack could be any time.
Plus 49 experience points for looking at your watch as though, or looking at your hand as though there's a watch.
Nice.
And you are gonna continue on, carry on, eh?
Yep. Solo adventure.
Nice. So you are. What would you like to do, Tyson? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start walking towards the woods.
Okay.
I'm gonna perception check as I come closer to see if there's any heat signatures in the woods.
Nice. So the wooded area around Ryberry kind of begins about 750 meters away, but the real thick of the forest is about a kilometer outside of Ryberry.
Okay.
So you're following that kind of winding dirt road, or are you going to cut across the open fields towards the thick part of the forest?
I'm gonna try and follow the giant's tracks where they go into the forest.
Nice. Yeah. Roll me a survival check to check for those giant tracks.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Nice. So they definitely cut across the meadows, the fields, and head towards the thick of the forest. So you can follow those if you'd like.
I would like to.
Cool. So you head onwards towards the forest, and as you get closer and closer to the forest, you see many heat signatures there. If you would like, I can describe to you what you're seeing.
Is there anywhere to hide?
There are dozens for sure, more than that, of creatures like the bloated humanoids that were attacking the city. They're all currently just standing and unmoving, kind of heads fell down towards looking down towards the ground, and their bodies just respiring, like breathing, but not doing anything. And they all seem to be facing in different directions, kind of haphazardly, just standing, breathing, not moving.
I look for a stick.
Okay, so roll me a d20 perception check.
10.
Nice, you find a stick. What would you like to do?
You're in a forest.
Well, he's at the edge of a forest, but yeah.
I tear some of my my shirt off, and then I tie it to the end of the stick. There's like a white
Are
flag
you a
kind of thing.
hobo?
No, white flag kind of thing.
Nice.
And I wave it and see if I get any reaction.
So you wave it, but none of the creatures, I mean, currently you're like 50 feet from the forest, and you can only see them really well because you see the heat signatures, right? So you wave it, you're 50 feet from the forest, but none of them move or do anything.
I wave it more fiercely.
Okay, waving it more fiercely, they do nothing and do not look at you.
I don't want to go in them.
You don't want to go in them?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll move 20 feet more close. No. 15 feet more closer.
Okay, so you move 15 feet closer, but the creatures continue to breathe, it looks like, moving only slightly at certain points. None of them seem to react to your presence.
Start slapping him.
He masturbates.
plus 22 experience points.
Yeah. I'm taking it, because you know what?
And these are all throughout the forest, right, around me?
They are, dotted throughout the forest in no coherent order or line or formation of any kind.
And is there they're all the same being? There's no other one that stands out?
There are other beings. You can roll me d20.
Yeah.
Oh.
One?
You see no other kinds of beings.
Shit.
For a moment, your vision reverts so that
I see the inside
reverses.
of my head.
So everything that's cold appears warm, and everything that's warm appears cold, and you're just blinded for a second as your glasses malfunction. But then it all returns to normal.
Good things.
Just smacking them stupid things.
Throw a rock at them.
I have an idea. So I can cast
Mold Earth.
No.
Plus 72 experience points.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm liking the 2s for some reason. I'm like, I'm going to end it with something different than 2, and I always end it with 2.
So
It's
I can
fine.
cast a spell as a ritual when I'm not in combat.
Sure thing.
I'm going to cast pyrotechnics.
Okay, can you describe what pyrotechnics does for the audience, please?
So I can create basically I can create fireworks or smoke.
Nice.
So the fireworks explodes with a dazzling display of colors. Each creature within 10 feet of the target must succeed a Constitution saving throw or become blinded until my next turn. Or I can do smoke, but I'm going to do fireworks. And I'm not going to do it towards anyone. I'm going to do it...
Okay.
So I have 60 feet. So I'm going to do it 40 feet to my left.
Okay.
Try and get something's attention. I'm going to cast that. I'm going to take a
Okay,
minute
so sorry,
to do
these are, how high are these?
Oh boy, how high?
Yeah, like these are fireworks, right? Like, are they shooting into the air? Like, I'm imagining our kind of fireworks. Are they shooting into the air?
Yeah.
They're
I
probably
would think so.
They're shooting in the air, but they're probably slightly lower because they're gonna be blinding.
Yeah, they're not like crazy fireworks. I think it just like explodes like upwards, like I don't
Okay.
know, probably 20 feet maybe. Doesn't say.
Okay. So you explode some fireworks 40 feet to your left in front of the forest. And do you have to roll to make this happen, or does it just happen?
It takes a minute, so I have to concentrate for a minute.
So you're concentrating for a minute, and these fireworks explode in the night, making loud popping and banging sounds and letting out concussive waves of light and sound. The creatures in the forest do not respond in any way. They continue to kind of hang there, just limply, kind of swaying back and forth. However, you do hear murmurs from the city a ways back, like gasps and stuff.
Oh my god!
The soldiers and guards and Knights of the New Moon are clearly questioning what's going on outside the city. However, not but a few minutes later, not but a few seconds later, you begin to see one creature beginning to move towards you, walking at a very slow pace. It is a creature that looks like it is entirely made of mushrooms and fungus. You haven't experienced or encountered this kind of creature before, but for our listeners, this is a myconid, and it approaches you. It doesn't bear any weapons. However, it does approach. It stands a few feet from you and stops, kind of swaying. It's got this very large fungi-like head that kind of sprouts in two different directions, and it has these very large, unblinking eyes that stare at you. Its mouth is there, but it does not move in any way, and in fact, it looks almost permanently kind of crooked and sealed shut. It looks to you for a moment, and then telepathically, in common, asks, "What do you want?"
Party.
More fireworks.
I've come to bargain.
You are submitting to the one.
The one.
I'm the one, yeah.
plus 93 experience points.
Wow.
No, I tell him I assume you want something from the city, so or the town of Ryberry.
The one has asked that you lay down your arms. Are you joining him?
That was
Yes, I want to do it.
not my idea, no. No, I just want to know like what he wants, like besides us joining him. What's his overall plan?
He wants you to lay down your arms or join him. Who are you to think you can know his mind?
I'm Tyson McKay. You might have heard of me. Pretty infamous around this place.
I have not heard of you.
Low to my ego.
They're blasting fireworks in his face.
You know me now. Yeah, I just want the war to stop, but I don't. Who's the one?
When you surrender yourself, you may experience the knowledge of the one.
Jesus.
Plus 29 experience points.
You just lie to him and say sure. But...
No, I feel then I'm gonna get
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked.
fucked.
I'm
no,
almost there. I'm almost there, buddy.
I'm.
No, fireball.
Shouldn't I know who the one is before I submit to him?
The creature looks to you, Tyson, kind of turning its head to the side, and it says, "If you have not come to submit, and you have not come to lay down your arms, then you have come to die. Return to your weak town, or submit."
Fucker. Assault me, why don't you? Fucking.
Oh no.
He's hearing everything you're thinking right now,
Oh
so
God.
Oh.
I
it's
don't
telepathy, you fucking moron. I don't think, what is it, at the final space, anything we think becomes real. It's not like I'm thinking of cookies. Hey, eat me, I'm a cookie. Oh, it's not so bad. Stop thinking about things. It's not like I'm thinking of murderous convections. I'm gonna kill you.
Why is that cookie just hanging out up there? Oh, he's leaping. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God.
We're gonna stab out your eyes and pee in your sockets. I was like, oh my God. I like it. Anyways,
God.
what would you like to do, Tyson?
I thought he was gonna be more reasonable.
Fucking
Difficult to
mushroom.
roleplay, isn't it?
Hmm?
Just tell him you're the one.
I also didn't know. I didn't think Noah would let me go this far because we're real far into the episode.
I'll go as far as we want to go. Hey, some of the fans scream for longer episodes. They're like, look, especially when we were starting out, we were like 45 minutes. But then even when we got into hour and a half episodes, I have fans here who are like, do longer episodes. So fuck
you
it.
guys have
We're
to edit
going.
them though. Fuck.
Here we go again. Martyr Josh, who edits the episodes. Yeah, I want you to leave this in, Josh. I want the people to know how much you complain about this.
Yeah, I work hard on these.
Am I there yet? He's just been hesitating for a long time.
Yeah, but yeah, I imagine he's hesitating, but this is like seconds in gameplay.
Okay.
Minutes at most, right?
I'd say, all right. Well, sorry for wasting your time, then, you mushroom.
Back. Bakak.
I'll see you on the battlefield.
He looks to you and he says, "You won't be seeing for much longer."
Well,
Neither will
Fireworks.
Oh, that's an idea. No. Well, I already barely see anyway, so what the fuck's the point?
Soon your body will be a host for a myriad of fungi and creatures alike.
Fungi.
I'm a Fun guy.
Minus 48 experience points.
I, s-
What a fucking lame joke.
I say we'll see about that, and then I walk away.
Okay, so you walk away from the mushroom, the myconid, and back towards Ryberry. Lena, you've already reached the gate, and I'm assuming you're just gonna, like, what would you like to do as you're at the gate?
Oh, hi, Tyson.
Like, he's not there yet. He's
I
out.
was gonna say I'm walking across the field.
Okay. I don't know. I guess. So we're at the east gate. This is where the wave would have started.
Well, it's where the wave came from the east. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can I want to try communicating with the voice now then.
Okay. So how would you like to do that?
Why are you smiling like that? I feel like I've made a stupid choice, Noah.
Can you hear me?
So, no,
Spirit?
I'm sorry. You know, sometimes the DM smiles because it's fun.
I
You know,
want
I'm having
to-
fun, Lena.
I don't have a spell that can, like, I don't have message or anything, but, like, can I, like, I don't know, can I will my magic to invite the voice to be inside my brain again? Like, is that a thing that I can do?
It's a thing you can try and do. Is it a thing within your power? I don't. I'm gonna go with no.
I'm gonna try and do it. What do I roll?
Roll me a d20. This is gonna be an opening your body to the voice check.
No, Noah, no.
I'm sorry. Roll me an Arcana check.
And no, it's not good. It's not a good check, Noah.
Okay, it doesn't happen.
You wait for me to come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so Tyson
That was so
appears
cute.
from the darkness, walking towards you, and the interaction that occurs is between you two.
Okay, as I walk up, I go, fucking mushroom in his fucking stupid head.
What? What happened?
Yeah, so they're a fungus, basically. They want to take over people
Why?
because they're fungus, and that's what they do.
I don't think that's a thing, and I don't think that's what the voice wanted.
They're fungus, and they want to take over bodies.
Oh, sorry, continue. Go for it.
So, get ready for war. Round 2.
How many of them were there? Should we attack them now?
At least 6. I don't know.
At least 6.
I had a bad perception roll. Okay.
Oh my god, Tyson is the worst scout to send anywhere.
No one sent me anywhere.
Did you set off those fireworks?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Roll me a fucking deception.
That's my line. I don't say good at the beginning of the episode when anyone asks me how I'm doing. Don't fucking steal my
know
lines,
too.
Lena.
Wait, my deception's pretty high, though. 13.
Yeah.
So I have
doesn't-
to roll an insight?
Or,
Yeah.
no, sorry. Not 13. 12. My bad.
Oh.
13 plus whatever my deception is.
Yeah, so you know he's lying. It seems like he's lying.
Alright, maybe
my
I
deception's
did.
a 0. It's just 13. That's so funny.
All right, maybe I did. Love it.
Yeah, I had to get their attention somehow.
Okay,
Just some mushroom guy.
so ladies and gentlemen, again, this time Lena and Tyson, you are the first that will have to roll me a d20, and Rogar, I'll have you roll me a d20 as well.
What is this for?
Oh,
This is
that's
Constitution.
A nat 20, my dude.
No, sorry, that's wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Nat 20 on my part.
Saving throw?
That's a 14.
Plus your wisdom, Rogar.
Oh, 21.
Nice. Sorry, what was everyone else's rolls?
14.
Is it a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so Rogar, you are immune to the wave of energy which washes over the town yet again, and the voice that speaks says the following. So, you have chosen death. And that is where we are going to leave our episode for
Are we
now,
talking
ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen.
voice now first?
The
Sure,
episode's
Lena.
done. Noah says it's done. It's done.
It's getting pretty late.
Yeah, no, Lena, tell me how you'd like to do that.
I want to will my magic.
Where did you get your telepathy degree? U of T or Harvard? No, Lena, there's no responding. It's kind of like, it's like a radio broadcast. There's no real responding to it as far as like you just don't have the
We were
ability
talking
to
about the
do it.
messages earlier. You were like, Amber, you didn't try to talk to the voice.
Well, because you
Idiot.
didn't try and talk to the voice. But now that you're going to try at the very end of the episode, I'm going to be nice and tell you that there's no way for you to do it. I do it because I love you. That's why, Elena. Do it because I love you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Some days it doesn't
do
feel
you have
like
any
it.
final questions, comments, or concerns from our players?
Noel did have a question.
Nice. Let's hear
we're
it,
gonna
Noel.
answer those later
Oh,
on a later
okay.
episode because I think they were really good questions.
Okay, save them.
Nice.
Screenshot.
Let's do that. Cool beans. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to the Dicey D20. I would like to encourage you guys to check out our Podbean, where you guys are probably downloading and listening to episodes, but it's also a really cool place where you can check out our Wall of Heroes, and you can check out our merch. We got really cool t-shirts coming with only one sleeve for Lena, so that's going to be sweet. We made those before. We made a bunch of those t-shirts before we got her arm back, so now they're going to be super discounted. Not only
So-
because there's half the material a t-shirt would normally take, but also because they're no longer relevant, so that's kind of cool.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have one short sleeve, one long sleeve, and just fill it with rocks.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. Again,
Imagine.
ladies and gentlemen,
Buy a
that
bag of rocks. Go to dicyd20.ca.
.ca.
.ca, yeah, gosh, Landon, what do you think this is? No, you can actually find us on dicyd2020.podbean.com, okay? Also check us out on Facebook at DiceyD20 Podcast and on Twitter as well. Ladies and gentlemen, whether it was morning, evening, noon, or night, I'd like to say thank you very much for listening to the Dicey D20. It's been my pleasure bringing you guys cool content along with our fantastic heroes, so be sure to give it up for them, and we will see you guys next time on the Dicey D20.
Giving it up for the heroes.
Bye.
Giving it up for the heroes.
Is that what we're called? Are we really heroes?
Alright.
You are heroes.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Okay, I have stopped.
We have not. We're still live. What's up?
What's up, baby?
Shane,
Export-
take us off the air.
Shane. Still staring at me.
Leave Shane alone, man.
god, my tits!
You guys are literally so mean to Shane.
I know they're nice, but not nice.
Bye, Noel.
Bye.
Love you. Mwah.
Yo, this is 25, correct?
I believe it is.
Yeah.